Hey yo, good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? The hell is today? Tuesday? Alright, y'all know what to do. Tweet out the room. Let's go. Them said you me a go ram down slow. Well, me a go nice up the lawn. Boy, all the doctors keep scanting, and the men they keep rocking. Everyone feeling good, enjoying themselves. Well, yes, the passes in Westmoreland, and they want them in a Kingston. Sitting in other dance halls, catching it tonight. Well, they said you rubber dubbing at the law. Well, they said you reggae music up the wall. Yeah, you rubber dubbing at the law. You because we ram down sound. Will. Yo, Murphy's coming up here. It's a vibe today. I got like zero sleep last night and yet I feel rested. Um I'm in that weird state of mind. It reminds me of last year when I used to get no sleep, come in here talking all types of nonsense. So get ready for it. Murph, what's going on today?
Well, I'm your yang. I got no sleep and I don't feel rested at all.
Yeah, my mind's playing tricks on me, but I'm playing along. So I haven't checked the charts. I haven't really looked at much, but I've been thinking a lot about things and I feel like I got some shit figured out. So that's always good. Nice to see everyone tuned in. Hope everybody tweeted out the motherfucking room. Uh because a couple of y'all reminded me of like what this show is all about yesterday. And funnily enough, I had forgotten. So, if people remember, this whole show is about reaching out to people who don't understand this stuff. You know what I mean? Like we get complacent, we get comfortable, but we got to push ourselves to push this shit out there. You know what I mean? Like like chimpanzee advertising is something we made up a year ago, but we haven't really utilized it. So, I'm also here to explain what ethical NFTs are cuz I made that shit up. So, Voodoo, good morning. What's going on, man?
Need that image. We need to figure this out because that's the only thing holding us back from launching your your stakings. So let's figure that out.
Oh, and we wanted to put it out today too. Um, yeah, I've made zero progress tracking down any of the people we were trying to find yesterday.
All right. Um, Here, let me send a message right now. I was just going through tickets. Right. Let's detour, and so I forgot to ask him also uh, where exactly find.
I had a thought on this, Alpha Voodoo.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, run it.
what about, I mean, boxing here all the time. To be sure, he knows what they're asking for.
Yeah,
That
I know. And he wasn't here. He wasn't here
yesterday.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and he's not here right now. I'm trying to get him in here. I think I know what he's upset with me about, and no, it's not all the shit that we talk in here. He's used to that. Um, There's a couple of things he asked me to do. I haven't finished up either. So
List keeps growing.
yeah, hey, I gave myself till the end of the year. I'm not pushing myself too hard. I think it's important we all give ourselves a little
Pace
bit of
yourself.
props. Yeah, we got to give ourselves a little credit for still being here, and and everything that we've done. We're not going to do it today. I'd like to do like a big space kind of like Drew gets all pumped up for,
Hmm.
and have like a 2022 look back, cuz there's a lot, man. People come in here every day and bring up shit that I forgot about.
For everybody that's listening back, if you ever come to Alpha and get something important like this, please tell him to file it with me. So if you need it in the future or somebody else does, that they can come and me and get it.
Write it down. I got pen and paper right here. It's hey KD, what the hell? What was he doing up here last night? KD was here last night. He was up here as a speaker and never said anything.
Yeah, he didn't say nothing.
It always bugs me out when people do that. He's not an engagement farmer either, so it makes you wonder. Oh boy.
Hey, I got something real quick. While I have signal, if you
Yeah,
don't
what's
mind.
up?
Okay, so you know how whenever you put out, so twice a day you put out, the reminder of the space, and twice a day I send out a tweet saying, the stupid Twitter, I'm going to Island Thunder space. Will you join too? So I had a thought about a week ago, um, that why not change that verbiage up some, right? So I've been doing that, and a couple times I didn't put, your tag in there, so you didn't see it or whatever, retweet it. But this morning I did it, and lo and behold, and I don't know if this account is real or whatever the hell, but some person named Sarah that's got a Bored Ape as a PFP and 78,000 followers, she liked it right off the bat. Like, she didn't retweet it, but it got eyes on that. So I don't know. It's just something that I thought was, different and would change things up a little bit and make people's eyes look away. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does the whole natural, I'm going to Island Thunder Space, will you join too? But if you change that verbiage up a little bit, it kind of
Oh, the mindless
distracts.
banter one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So just changing the verbiage up a little bit just got the eyes of
yeah.
someone different, someone new.
I've always changed the verbiage in those pre-written tweets because I've just never liked the way that they say it. It's like,
Yeah,
will you join too? So I always just make it say like, fuck y'all doing, or what y'all doing, or uh or I'll even just cut out the word upcoming. You know what I mean? So it says I'm going to so and so space.
right.
Just
Just something
anything to
different.
change it. Yeah,
Exactly.
we're the same person, man. I've always said that. KD, what the fuck are you up to, man? I know you're up to something
Yeah,
because you
good
don't come
morning.
up
I'm
here all
sorry.
the time.
I know, right, bro. I was having issues with connecting yesterday, bro. Good morning, bro.
All right, all
No
right.
No,
internet
I'm
on the
not here.
farm, huh?
Nah, internet
He's
on the
got his grass hat on these days.
how's everybody doing?
All right, man. Did you buy it?
JD, we're gonna have to get you some Wi-Fi repeaters and
I
stick
know,
it up
right?
around that 100 acres.
I want to invest on the Starlink, man. I want to get the Starlink. That's my next.
There you go.
Yeah, I definitely want it because up where I go sometimes there's no fucking internet connection. Now I was gonna come yesterday, man. I was looking at the. I wanted some. I know you love this farming, and you know that on DeFi the access what is it, B Finance? There was something over there that I was looking at, and I was gonna ask you a question.
Beefy,
I can
Beefy Finance.
Beefy.
Yeah, it does
beefy.
multiple. Yeah, it does multiple blockchains. It's like DeFi, but with like every blockchain. So it's on Ethereum,
We
Yeah.
Poly,
love Beefy,
Chronos.
man.
Okay, yes, I was gonna ask some questions. I know you guys love those kind of stuff, but I forgot what it was. So if I
Well, there's there's all types of different aggregators on in in DeFi, right? And I don't think we've even utilized these to the point where we're getting the most benefit. Like, what am I trying to say here?
Oh, that was my question. I remember right now. So when you go in there to put money, it says that there's three kind of transaction fees that you're gonna end up paying: deposit, withdraw, and guest type of fee. Is that true?
Right.
Is
Yeah,
that
because listen, this is what I'm trying to say. So by aggregating things,
like
by
non English?
grouping a bunch of things together, right?
Okay,
Like
okay,
like we have like Bach has a Dex aggregator, which if it's working properly should find you the best price on any Dex on Chronos for a token when you're swapping it. We've seen NFT aggregators come out where they're aggregating all of the NFT marketplaces that might have the same NFT for different prices. And again, showing you the lowest one. When it comes to these yield aggregators, they've been around probably the longest. So we've got Beefy's been here from the start because
correct,
they were operational before Kronos was live in November last year.
correct.
So they have been killing it the whole time.
Big time, big time. But my question was: Is usually these fees are they crazy big, or because you got three kind of fees that you got to pay before?
Yeah. So when you're getting into something like this with a
Uh-huh.
yield aggregator, it's best if it's a long term investment, right? Because what you're doing is you're aggregating um, liquidity providing. So the way that we all yield farm around here is we find the best APRs, right? And we are constantly doing the same transaction where we take the reward token and we swap it for the token that we're farming and put it back into the LP, right? So the reason I'm always trying to get people to look at Polygon, the reason we're always trying to put Ethereum people onto Kronos is because those gas fees for the transactions, they're eating into your profits for the liquidity farming, depending on how much you're paying. So when it goes from ETH to Cro or Cro to Matic, you're saving like 90% of your transaction fees, which if you're doing smaller and smaller amounts, it really does add up. So when you're doing it as a group through smart contracts. So I take my LPs, you take yours, we put them all together into one big pot on Beefy,
Uh-huh.
right? They are doing the same thing as us, transactions multiple times a day, but on behalf of everyone at the same time. So it's one transaction for one large amount, right? And then the yield is split up between everybody. So it's a lot of what we're talking about in here all the time. One hand wash the other, do it together, and we get farther, right? But like
Now,
very simply, it's just saving us gas fees. But
so
the reason you want to stay long term is because they're gonna charge you those fees to get in and to get out because they got to get their profits, right?
so I found this thing yesterday, 11% daily base. So let's say you put $1,000 in that thing. You're telling me that
You're
out of
saying
the
11 daily, we're getting spicy,
yeah, no, it
right? Anything over 2 is
11%, bro.
spicy.
11%.
It's a
So
hundred, $110 a day on a grand. That's insane.
correct on $1,000. So how much out of after like all the fees, the $110 is what, like $50? You telling me?
I
No,
mean,
it's not that
here's
bad.
the here's where it gets interesting, I would say. Um, when you're over 2%, you're dealing with volatile tokens. So either they're having uh, ridiculously high emissions, so it's a new token, and the circulating supply is rising so rapidly that like you got to be on top of it, right? Because the value could be changing drastically over the course of 24 hours. Um, it's dangerous. You got scared money don't make none.
True
I've
that.
made plenty on these fucking 20% a day, right? But you gotta be on top of it.
And
So
that I want to try. That's my goal.
yield aggregating 11% a day through Beefy is, I would say, a no-no. Off the top of my head, just because like starting like if you don't do yield aggregation daily, I wouldn't jump in on 11% to start. I would do something simple like we always talk about in here, a stable coin with something that you believe in.
Now,
Like, You know what I mean?
In the bottom of the each thing, he has a number from 1 to 10. It's like a reception, like a cell phone reception, and this was an 8. Does that show the
Yeah, they got their little system where it's like,
security?
oh, this the risk is high, the risk is low.
So 8 is a high risk or a low risk?
But that's letting someone else do your research for you. It's
Correct.
just
Yeah,
it's lazy.
check the charts. Look at
Check the fucking tapes.
look at the chart
I mean,
and
listen,
see what it's been doing in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks, and that should give you a good idea of how volatile that chart, that token is, and what direction it's heading.
gotcha. Yeah, no, the only thing I got was the VVS, brother. I locked it in for what, 3 years? So we'll see.
Hey, I
I,
got yo. I'm fucking bullish on XVVS.
XVVS.
Bring the fucking smoke up here, Crolin. I'm here for it. I'm telling you. As long as VVS is here 3 years from now, I'm fucking bullish.
Yeah, I locked in shitload of it in there, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, no, that's why I was trying to come yesterday, but I was having reception issues, man. Thanks, appreciate it, bro.
I'm glad you came up here because, like I'm always saying, there's more people that listen back to this show over the course of just today than the people that show up right now. So, like, people who listen back, they don't come up here to ask that question. And everybody's wondering, what is beefy? What is yield farming? What is yield aggregation? How does that help me? How does that hurt me? You know what I mean?
And that takes you right
I
back
never asked
to
those questions. I learned the fucking hard way.
it takes you right back to yesterday with the reminder of the space.
What about the reminder?
The fundamentals, like getting back to the fundamentals,
Yes, I love it. You hear me getting pumped up, dude? Like,
Yeah,
all I
bro.
want to talk about is the fundamentals. What is DeFi? Why are we so pumped up about this shit? Why do I get so excited talking about DeFi?
Because it's the first time that the small guy gets to become the bank.
And it's exactly what I used to say when I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about a year and a half ago. I mean, it's comforting to me that what we've built is real. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of bullshit that we've had to sweep out of here over this past year, but like the framework is real. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck is so funny, Crolin. I like, yes, it's a recorded space, but goddamn, if you don't come up here and tell me what the fuck is so funny, I will block you again. This is oh, it's almost 2023, man. I'm not trying to block motherfuckers.
You pay too much attention to the trolls in the back.
I do. But I'm honest about it. Shit. Texas, come on, man. It's your week off.
Yeah, so talking about you raising the prices, I see, huh?
Oh yeah. Today's price is not next year's price, buddy.
Inflation at the highest, huh?
I keep saying, like, I gotta stick to my word here. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Like that, good. And I got to see that yesterday.
Yeah, we're not playing around. And you know what? The DMs fucking blew up.
Hey, bro,
Projects that I've never heard of coming in here like, oh, we want to get in on the on the good price. It's like, no, there's only 1 week left in the year, you dummies. You're
what's
you're
funny
getting bumped into next week
is
already.
yeah, you were charging 150.
250.
Bro, 150, relax.
250. And it was
Last
still the
year.
best deal on Twitter.
Last year, bro.
Did I charge 150 last year?
He charged
Yeah.
250. I know it because I was looking at the rates.
No, he's talking 2021 though. I don't even think we charged, homie. Last year, we didn't charge anybody.
No one wanted to come on last year.
You weren't charging people in February.
Yeah. Although motherfuckers were throwing money around, like not Rockstar. Who's the good one? Diamond, Crypto Diamond. He threw $1,000 at us. Remember, for a soundboard. Where is that fucking soundboard? I think Aussie has it.
Alpha, has anyone ever made you feel guilty for getting out of a project?
Like shame selling?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
or
they
self shaming? Sorry.
What, like, after you sold an NFT or token, they sent you something sad saying, "Oh, I missed you."
Oh yeah.
You know what? Surprisingly, more with tokens than with NFTs. And with NFTs, I'm more sentimental, and I get upset about selling things. Not that I've sold that many things, but like
Hard
there's
to
a
sell
few that I sold
NFTs.
right afterwards. I was like, whoops.
It's at
You know,
least
I get
twice.
upset when people leave the Discord. I know that's like stupid and
I
arbitrary,
get
but
upset when the token holder
I
count
agree
goes
with you,
down.
Murphy. That's
If the
kind of like
token
the big.
holder count goes down by one, I'm fucking crying, dude. I'm like, where did they go?
If it's like slamming the door, like leaving a Discord, like fuck you, I'm out.
Well, I get upset because I'm like, if they're selling, then they obviously don't know what they're holding, which means that we're failing in getting the message out about like what we're
Or
doing here.
something bad happened and they need the liquidity. That always has to be
That's
considered.
That's true, because we've seen a few people who let us know that that's what they're doing when they sell. So, I mean, it's always understandable, but what I'm saying is, I've been hit up by projects like, "Yo, why'd you sell our token?" And I'm like, "Oh, because that's what we
Do
do."
you really want that answer?
Yeah. I mean, if I fucking asked everybody that sold Thunder why, my God, why did you do that?
Well, just so you
It's
know,
okay.
the thunder that you sent to me months ago is still sitting exactly where you sent it. Not even,
That's a beautiful
it's
thing.
not even yielding nothing. It's just sitting there, right next to my
Yeah,
thunder token.
we turned reflections off. You know what I thought recently is that since the SEC is going nuts right now with the whole um just labeling everything securities, I think that's an easy one for them. Like every reflection token is a security. Just rubber stamp that shit. Bong. Because if you have a reflection, it's like a dividend stock, which is obviously a security.
Alpha, did you bring up the new president of Crypto.com yet?
No, because I didn't see it because I'm blocked, buddy. You want to catch everybody up on Daddy's news this morning?
Daddy has a new president, Eric Node.
Eric Node. What happened to Eric Anziani?
That's his name. No one can say his last name, so it's Eric Node. Like, Node.
Wait a second. You're calling him Node because you can't say Anziani? We're not standing for that.
Okay, Alpha. When I was
It's
a little
Anziani,
child,
motherfuckers.
Anziani.
Like, we've been butchering Ibisus for over a year. We didn't change the name. Just keep struggling.
But Eric Node is his Twitter handle, so it's not like I'm calling him Eric,
Eric
Butthead.
Node? Like Node?
Yes, look at
Like
his Twitter
Node
handle.
Eric as a service? All right. Murph, what's up?
so this is completely unrelated, right? But so when I was in the Marines, we had this major, and his name was Zelenskowski, right? So instead of having to call him that every time, we nicknamed him Z11. So it's Z plus 11 other letter. I don't know, just
I had a teacher's assistant that worked for me, and his last name was Tepo Zolante Benitez. And we called him T17 because I could not say his name.
he had 18 letter last name. Oh my god.
He did. It was a hyphenated last name, but still.
This is golden content, fellas. I would like to offer
Sorry.
anyone down there with a ridiculously long last name, just come on up, and we'll give you some numbers. We'll call you some numbers.
Sorry.
Last people's last names today. Elon better watch out.
No, we're staying focused. People are mad at me. They think I'm like, irresponsible.
Who's mad at you?
Oh, all types
Names.
of people.
Who says you're irresponsible?
Like, this guy says one thing and he does another, and
Oh,
I'm
you're
here to
talking
prove them
about that.
wrong.
I'm guessing you saw that tweet.
Wait, No, catch me up.
Ooh, no. That's not my department. You'll find it.
Fucking pin it, bro. What are you doing? I was kidding. Pin that shit. These motherfuckers, all the shit talkers block me, including
Fuck, I ran out of
Crypto.com. Shit
supplies.
talking motherfuckers.
Well,
They all block me, so I can't see it.
the idiot that posted the tweet, I blocked him, but someone that I don't have blocked, who almost got blocked, by the way, retweeted it, so it ended up on my on my shit. So I was like, what the fuck? But
Yo, I've been accused of the most wild shit right here on Twitter. And like I've dealt with the local newspaper here and they're pretty bad. But like I've been some motherfucker tried to say that I tried to get my own father arrested.
I remember that.
You remember that? Like I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit, I
They
remember that.
found some old article about me growing weed and said that just
Oh,
like completely read it wrong and said that I was trying to get my dad
who was
arrested.
that? Who was it, bro? Fuck.
We don't know. We
No,
don't know.
I know. I'll tell. I don't care. Fuck.
All right, you tell the story.
No. I want to remember who said it, bro, because I remember that day when the article came out and it was the talk of the town. Shit. Fuck.
Scampone, man. That article came out.
Yeah, that was Chimpone
That was
fucking
17
running his
years
mouth.
ago. I
Was
got
that Chimpone?
busted.
Was it Chimpone? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to give him credit. Dude, like, he put in some type of work. I don't know. He was out
He did
there.
some digging.
Like, what a fucking waste, though. You know? Like, so much good stuff could have been done with that energy, with all the energy we had for Afro Mafia, for charity work. You know? Like, we were doing actual charity work. We were giving real money. But, like, how does one dude fuck it all up? It's amazing. It really is. That's why I take it so seriously. Because I know one person could fuck it up for everybody. Look what Sam did. One guy. All right, 3 people. There's 3 people going to jail for this conspiracy.
Yeah, but they were following his lead. So, like, you surround yourself. You can't.
And
It's
they were
hard to
not
fly like an
leaders.
eagle
That's
when
what
you're
blows
surrounded by
me away.
turkeys.
Yeah. No, you look at all 3 of those people. Caroline, Sam, Gary Wang. They're not leaders. You know what I
None
mean?
whatsoever.
So it's really mind-blowing that they can throw a stick in the gear of like the world financial system with absolutely no
leadership skills.
leadership qualities. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sometimes,
Jesus.
Like no public speaking, like none of that shit.
Oh man.
sometimes never expected. That's who does it, bro.
It's
Oh, so you're saying it's a plant. I got you, KD. I got you.
it kind of reminds me of like an ongoing joke we have when, the homie finds out that his girl is cheating on him with another homie. It's like, did she just fall on the. It's
Yo,
like
no shit. All
it's
right, so I'm gonna lay you guys out the conspiracy that I thought of last night. Because I'm tripping. I haven't slept. Here's what I think. 2022 was a big year. A lot of shit happened. A lot of shit we forgot about. A lot of countries that were very closely tied to the IMF, like they have way more debt than GDP. A lot of those countries started getting into crypto, right? Argentina,
El Salvador.
El Salvador, Lebanon. I mean, I'm talking countries that owe tens of billions of dollars and are bringing in next to nothing. They start getting into crypto. They start buying Bitcoin in large amounts. Now, if the IMF wants to continue controlling the dollars of the world, they need to keep everybody on the tit. So what are they going to do? They're going to short Bitcoin, and they're going to drive the fucking price of it into the ground until those motherfuckers come back. Am I wrong?
I want some tit.
No tip for you. Bitcoin. You want Bitcoin, Texas. Bitcoin for you. Bitcoin for everybody.
Titcoin. Titcoin. I want Titcoin.
Bitcoin. Go ahead. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget that shit. You want some Titcoin? Go fucking mint it. I'll buy it.
I don't think you're wrong by any means. I think the government has the way to control all this shit. I mean, what United States is one of the biggest holders, and they seized it all.
Yeah, they've always had control. All we're looking for as individuals is control of our own wealth, control of our own value. I don't think that's A, I don't think that's too much to ask, and B, I don't think it's that revolutionary in terms of like what we need as humans. I think we're just letting government get in our way because we have always had government as a necessity to function as a society. But with technology getting to the point where it's at today, government can function in a completely different way. What's up, Tex?
Would you be confident in robot firefighters and robot fire drones? I mean, that's taking away the needs and like putting it on autonomous systems and technology is essentially doing the same thing.
I know, but people always go to infrastructure when they think about government and what we need them for, like roads.
That's exactly
bridges.
where I think. When I think government, infrastructure.
The truth of the matter is that private industry plays way more of a role in infrastructure than the government. They just don't.
And I think that the
control.
Blockchain technology can replace mundane tasks, not people, but mundane tasks where trust is an issue. So it's just another tool. No, we can't get rid of politicians, unfortunately, but you give them the tools. So, like, wouldn't it be great to see the IRS on the blockchain, like verifiable? You can't lie about where the government's money is going, where my tax dollars are going. You see what I'm saying? So you pay your taxes every week or whatever. Where's your money going? Is it going to the roads? Is it going to foreign help? Where's your money going? This way, if we implemented the blockchain technology into the governmental systems, you could just sit back one weekend, smoke a fat one, and find out where your tax dollars are going.
Yeah, your tax dollars don't go to all the things that they spend money on. The money that they print goes to what we spend money on. The money that they take in taxes is just taking the money back that they give out. It's a clawback.
So one problem with this is that they're going to have public and private ledgers. When you're talking about like the IMF and stuff like that, they have documents. I'll try and find them real quick, but they definitely like reference private ledgers. So we might not be able to see where they're actually spending their money, even if they're using crypto.
And look, privacy is also a necessity. Like, public blockchains are something we're all getting used to, but we can't like, no one's trying to give up their privacy. I hope. Privacy is a huge concern. It's another reason to get out from under government surveillance, government control. Because all of this is making it easier for them. Especially if they get control of like USDC and turn that into a CBDC. That would be that'd be scary.
I think they're gonna, the CBDC, I mean USDC is already like in like cahoots with the government in circle. But I think they're just going to create their own because they want to have complete control over it. All the administrative control over it, which they wouldn't get with something like USDC, which is already established and being run by a different organization. I think they're going to just build their own where they have complete control of it. And like, I don't remember who was saying it, might have been text, but they're going to, or maybe Citadel, they're going to have a public ledger and they're going to have a private ledger. And they're going to have hidden wallets. So like for certain wallets, so let's say it's the president's wallet, you cannot look up and see what's going in and out. But with my wallet, as an average citizen, yes, you can look up my wallet on the same blockchain.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, but that's the type of stuff that comes
Yeah,
with
bro. The whole
control. China's already
the
leading the way with a lot of this right now.
Oh my
the
God,
secret.
that's what I'm saying, bro. China is so on top of all of this.
With the last
And
Olympics,
Yeah,
they
bro.
forced everyone to
like
take their local currency that they flew in and convert it into
Yep.
their digital currency that you use from everything from taking a taxi to the hotel to paying for the hotel, for paying for your food. It was the first like mass scale experiment on actually taking using like cryptocurrency in real life, and I think they passed with flying colors. It's really
They're
yeah,
way ahead. And dude, they've been lending money to all of those countries I was talking about. Lebanon, El Salvador, Argentina,
and buying our debt right here in the U.S. of
buying
A.
our debt
Yeah.
and doing huge infrastructure projects for those countries. They are their own IMF at this point. Like we shouldn't even. No, we got to be worried about the IMF. What's up, Tex?
So my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are from Guangdong, and what we do is we ship clearance and resale door bags and other like nice uh, purses to them, and they resell it for us in China, and it's been working out really
Man, I
well.
knew you had a side hustle you weren't telling us about.
Yeah.
What is it?
So my wife is a Chinese immigrant, and she's sublingual, but my sister-in-law never moved to America, and we've been shipping shit to China forever.
So, this is an interesting arbitrage. What are the items that are worth more in China than America?
American luxury brands like Nike and nonsense like that.
Ah, the real stuff. I
That's
got it.
right.
I got it right here, boy.
I had
I know. It
Marines
just kind of
that
dawned
when we
upon
went,
me that I should be arbitraging your shoes to China.
whenever I was
Pretty much.
when I was in the Marines, we had very young back in the earlier mid '90s. We had guys that would buy a bunch of Levi's, and when we get deployed to Japan or whatever, you go over there and sell them for 3x, 4x, right?
All right, I'm gonna let you guys in on one of my one of my guilty pleasures. I like watching YouTube about guys that go spelunking in old mines for jeans.
Pause.
They're looking for jeans. Old Levi's down in the mines. Like if you find an old pair of jeans that are in good condition, they're worth like 20 grand.
What about gold? I want to go
Because
spelunking
again,
for
Texas, you
gold.
sell it to China. For some reason, people in China want to buy some old ass Levi's from a mine in Oklahoma.
Now, don't get me wrong, this was completely illegal, but yeah, guys did it.
Well, we're here for the workarounds, man. Hey, everybody. Look, Wavy's here. Wavy. When was the last time we got like a Crotopia update?
He's doing pretty good. He's got
Yeah.
perhaps.
I just wish he would come up here and tell us about it. He's not really into it.
Unless he's space of his, which I could see why.
New America's down there. He keeps us up to date. A person, we gave him his flowers yesterday. Oh, I forgot. We have
Kudos.
a new
Replace the word
sponsor.
flowers with kudos, please.
What happened?
We don't say, flowers is goofy. Say kudos or
Oh,
something
fuck,
else.
man. Yeah, whatever you want. I don't like flowers. Jesus.
Like, I'll sponsor that. No more flowers, kudos, and I'll pay you like $50 over the course of the year.
$50 a year. All right. Write it down or
To
send
replace
mercy.
one word.
What's the tag for Crocy? Is it Crocy NFT? I think. I'm always linking the wrong pages up here. Anyways, our new sponsor is Crocy. So big shout to the only truly decentralized NFT platform on Chronos. They've actually been our sponsors before. That's how long we've been here. They sponsored us back in like March. Long time.
But when you're on the Crow
Anyways, let's
seat,
see if this. Yo, I got the link right and everything. Damn. Look at that.
You haven't smoked yet?
A little bit.
I bet.
I haven't slept.
How's the kids?
Oh, they're good. My daughter slept at my mother's house last night. I have no idea why.
Sometimes,
She walked over there. She walked to my mother's house.
sometimes
Slept
getting
there.
good.
What?
I said sometimes getting a break is good. I said.
Yeah. She's at that stage where like she doesn't want to be home. Kind of hurts my feelings, but I get it. I get it.
How old is your daughter?
She's about to turn 10.
Oh, wow. My son's age. Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, same thing. But at least my in-laws and my parents are both like an hour and a half away, so like they can't go nowhere. Motherfuckers are stuck with me.
Hey, stuck on the farm? Did you
Yeah,
move
wait.
onto this farm?
I'm sorry?
Did you move to the farm, or are you just
No,
flipping?
no, no. I just bought the land, bro.
All right.
I'm actually about to do closing next year. So I mean, in about 2 weeks. So I'm excited. Oh my god.
Would you get some dental work done? Why are you talking funny?
I'm eating, bro. I ate me.
Oh my God, he's out of here.
Sorry. Oh, you don't
How
like
did
what I
you
eat
do
in
that?
your
What do
fridge?
you got your bagel stuffed in your cheeks like a chipmunk? Why are you
No, I
talking like that?
no bagel today. Today is like egg salad day. Egg salad.
Oh man, you're better than most, Katie. I'm gonna give it to you.
I apologize, bro. I know you hate it.
No, no,
Completely
you're
forgot
good.
about it.
You're good. I like all the people here. It's really weird because I've been telling you guys like I don't really like people. I go out in the real world and it still surprises me. Like how upset I get. Like I'm out in the real world just living, just driving around, yelling at people. Um, it's bad, man. It's really bad. But you guys are all right. You guys are okay.
Hey, so yesterday I ended up buying gas for the first time this year for 2,097 cents.
Holy shit!
So
Are we doing a giveaway?
I was not doing a giveaway
Come on, guess how much
because I
Katie put in
posted
his.
the fucking receipt. It's on my page.
Send me a pizza, baby. Let's go.
I posted the receipt, but I was so super happy when I seen it. I was like, no fucking way. I said, and it was cash, so I was like, shit, I got no cash on me. So I was like, let me go to the ATM. I said, I'll pay this motherfucker cash today. So I was like, it was good. It felt good to pay gas at 2,097 cents. Oh my god.
$2.97. God bless, man. I paid cash yesterday, but my shit was $5 a gallon.
And you know, and I even tagged Joe Biden. So I said, Joe Biden, thank you for the gas for 2,097 cents.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, but now Obama, bro.
I think I paid $2.34 today.
No,
$2.34.
in Texas? Holy shit! Lucky you, man.
I mean, that's where the energy of the United States, Texas.
Energy capital of America.
That's right.
But they're not sharing.
Yo,
No. They got their own electrical grid.
Texas, you guys have
That shit don't connect to anything.
Texas, you guys have full service or it's self service?
We pump our own gas.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Alpha, one day I will go to Jamaica to smoke together.
Hundreds, my guy. I was thinking about that last night because listen, I spent a solid 10 years down there. Me, my buddy Tag, and my buddy Smokehouse. And both Tag and Smokey have passed away in the past 10 years. And I got really up in my head over the past 3 days. And I went all types of places. But I've come back to reality, I feel like. Maybe I'm tripping. Big picture, I still see all of us down in Jamaica, bro. Like, I have to keep this alive for both of them. You know, I got to do it for them and their families. So, Island Thunder was never mine in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bottle of rum with an Island Thunder bumper sticker that is buried with Smokehouse in Jamaica. That's how fucking serious we've taken this for the past 20 years. I don't think people realize that.
It may not be yours, but you're now the steward.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And we all are. You know? Like, I want Island Thunder to be bigger than any of us ever imagined it to be. Not for me, right? Just for the idea. The concept.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's big. It's always been bigger than me.
Alpha, do you consider your hometown the place you were born, the place you grew up, or the place that you reside?
It's a great question. I still have a special attachment to the place I was born. Greenfield, Massachusetts. Western Mass. Like, I've not spent a lot of time there. I was born there and like maybe spent 1 or 2 years. Really have no connection besides being born there. And yet, I don't know, there's something about it. Now,
I was gonna
my
say
strongest attachment
hometown
is to
should
where I
be.
live. Yeah.
I reckon.
No, my strongest attachment is to this island, and I didn't move here until I was 13.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is town should be associated with some sort of emotional attachment.
And they don't let me forget it. I'm the only one in my family that moved here. I'm talking my immediate family here. My wife was born here. My kids were born here. I'm a fucking washer short. You think they let me forget that? No, sir. My kids call me a washer short.
And
Tough
what is
crowd. You
that?
guys don't know. You don't know what it's like to be called a washer short on an island like this. They'll never
What is
let
it?
me outlive it. What?
What does it mean?
Washer short? It's a non-native. It's like, you ain't from here, boy.
Well, technically, none of us are from here.
You muggle.
Yeah.
Transplant's what we call them in Texas.
No matter where you go, they've got a word for it. Someone that ain't from around here. That's just human nature. That's tribalism.
Are your kids going to be born in the island, or do you take them to the hospital? Like, do they have a hospital on your island?
Yeah. Yeah. My wife was born here. My kids were born here. Did you catch that part?
I did not.
Now, some of us were born in the woods. Most of us were born in the hospital.
I wasn't born in a hospital. My mother was in a car accident on her way to the hospital.
And you were born in a car accident?
In a taxi cab.
Okay. That's better than being born in a car wreck. But that is a crazy story, dude.
Yeah, we were on the one freeway in Hawaii, and
You're Hawaiian?
I'm Hawaiian. Yeah, I'm an islander.
What the hell is going on today?
True that. I did not know that. Shit.
Aloha, motherfucker.
I mean, it was very close to be a Honolulu Hondo Crow.
Wait, were they living there? Were you on? Were they on vacation?
My father was Navy, so he was
Uh,
over in Desert Storm, and my mother was all alone in Hawaii.
I remember Desert Storm. Most of you are probably too young to remember that shit.
So do I, by God.
God damn. Patriot missiles, Scud missiles. That's all we talked about.
They had trading cards. Do you remember those trading
Yes.
cards?
It was creepy the way we treated that war back in the 90s. That was early 90s.
I think it was just a conflict. I don't think they ever escalated it to war.
They called it, what did they call it? Yeah, an operation. It was just a military operation. Huh.
Because
Operation Desert Storm.
And it was all like, I just remember the news coverage because my aunt worked for McNeil Lair. You remember the McNeil Lair news hour? What?
It was a war, but it lasted 15 minutes or so. Like not physically 15
and
minutes,
they just didn't want to call it
because we went in and we dropped packages with letters saying, hey, if you're still here at XYZ time, it's not going to be good. And then shortly after, we started bombing the shit out of everything. And they were like, you know what? We're not about this life, so let's not do this anymore. Me and my dad give each other shit a lot because he was in the army. And before I got to the army, he used to try to tell me all these crazy stories about things that he did. And then when I enlisted and I found out what his job was, I was like, bruh, stop. You didn't do that.
But because they didn't declare it a war, didn't that screw over some of the servicemen when it comes to, like, conflicts?
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. It did, and it
I'm
did, and
sure
it
that's
did
part
it
of their
because
assessment.
if you were like lower ranking, it definitely kind of screwed you over long term. But like my dad, he was at like 18 years, but because of the de-escalation of force and us not being in a wartime, they rounded up his last 2 years and retired him at 18 years and gave him 20 years on his contract. Which is fine for him, Instead of retiring as an E7, he retired as an E8 because they promote you as long as you don't do anything bad as you're getting out. But yes and no. Like it had some negative effect on people who were lower ranking and still had time in service because they didn't get some of that pay that they were supposed to get. But if you were towards the end, 15 year plus, pretty much anybody who was at 15 years plus, they retired those people and gave them, their benefits.
That's wild. Do you think that they could have pulled it off in this day and age with the information transfer at where it is? Because I really don't. I like the way that they portrayed this conflict in the media here in America. Was just, it was like some real. That was some real propaganda.
Not a
Man.
chance.
It was like
Not a
if you think
chance.
about it, it's still kind of the same because if you turn on the news, right, and and by the time the news is talking about where we are or what we're doing in the conflict, I've noticed from being in the situation, the news is usually like a month and a half to 2 months behind of what's actually going on. Um, so like there were times where they would be talking about missions that I was actually personally attached to over in Iraq, and we would come back to the fog and be able to sit down and see the news or whatever, and they were talking about it, and they're like, oh, first, troops to do this, this, and this, and we're like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, I'm happy y'all didn't know, but we've been out of that motherfucker for like 2 months. What are you talking about? Like that city's been cleared. We've already cleared that cache. Like I don't okay. But then the one time they were on time was the stupidest shit ever. So we flew in to Iraq when we got to deployment, but when you first get overseas, you have to go to Kuwait for like 2 weeks, right, to acclimate to the heat. Because if y'all think it's hot here, you haven't stepped into hell yet until you go into the Middle East during the middle of the summertime, all right? And we got to Kuwait and it was 120 degrees. So if you're not acclimating your body to that the right way with all your kit on, you're gonna pass the fuck out. And so, you get to Kuwait for 2 weeks, you acclimate to the heat, and then you fly into Iraq and you go to like one of the nice Air Force bases and you think, oh man, this is my life. And then they move you over to a shitty army compound and you're like, oh, this is my life. Okay, this sucks. Then if you're an infantryman, you don't even stay at the shitty army compound. You stay out in the village amongst the people or in abandoned buildings because you're carrying out missions out of that. So we were leaving Iraq, and as we were leaving the gates, right, um, our unit, for whatever reason, the higher ups are dumb as fuck. They're like, hey, let's fly into Iraq, right, under security and all this, but let's drive from Iraq back to Kuwait when we're leaving, and we're like, what part of the game is this? This sounds backwards. So as we're leaving the compound in Iraq, there's CNN and MSNBC outside the gate doing a live interview talking about these are the last this is the last combat unit leaving Iraq. America is pulling out. And as they're saying this, we are actively leaving. So instead of driving to Kuwait, and just having a slow ass drive there because you can't drive very fast, in relative terms, that instead of just having a peaceful drive back, we got shot at the entire fucking time going back to Kuwait because guess what? They knew we were fucking leaving. So yeah, the media fucking sucks. Don't believe anything they say. If you want to talk to somebody about what's going on, talk to somebody who's active. And if they're saying, you know, don't really worry about it, then just don't really worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But the media is the last place you should be taking your information about the military because they're either in a situation where they're gonna screw us over and get people hurt, or they're just pulling shit out of their ass.
Yeah, man, and they're locking down the information flow in countries where shit is really hitting the fan. Like, again, bringing it back to China. I was looking up some things last night where they're scrubbing the internet of the content. Like,
Oh yeah, and like right now,
there's
the
massive
U.S. doesn't
amounts
know
of
how
government
many
control.
troops that we have actively in Syria right now. Like we have a bunch of units in Syria. I know for a fact that my neighbor is in Syria right now. He's a fucking National Guard. So if they're deploying the National Guard to Syria, you'd be sadly mistaken to think we don't have active duty components there carrying out missions.
Wait, right now we're deploying to
But my
Syria?
neighbor has been deployed to Syria for 5 months right now already. Okay, and he's an artillery specialist. So he's the dude that sends out, you know, all kinds of the big stuff that goes boom. And he's been there for 5 months now. So yes, this is my point exactly. Like we won't hear about what's going on in Syria probably here or having units over in Syria probably for another 4 or 5 months. You know what I mean? And then we're like, oh, we have troops over in Syria, yada yada yada. But no, bro. He's known that he was deploying to Syria for 8 months before he actually got deployed to Syria. So as of right now, America's already like a year and a half behind what we're actively doing over in Syria, as far as the media.
What are we doing over there?
Doing cowboy shit,
Or
bro.
we don't have to talk about
We're
it.
kicking ass and
We're
taking
doing
names. That's what we
Oh
do
shit!
we're doing
everywhere.
cowboy shit over in Syria, bro. That's what we do.
America.
AKA, this is why everybody hates us because we try to be the world police.
America! Fuck yeah! Wasn't that the track?
Sure was.
Damn. That was a long time ago. Breaking news, y'all. It's fucking 10 a.m. I haven't looked at the chart since yesterday. These numbers are brought to you by Crypto.com. Please don't let him be your daddy. Oh, shit. Taking a nosedive here. What's going on? Bitcoin is at $16,780. ETH is diving under 12. Nope. We're over 12. Did we go under? Hold on. Barely. All right, we just touched 12 and bounced up. Matic is doing all right. Adam is doing all right. Adam is up at $9.40. That's great. Solana's in the fucking shitter. Oh my god. Solana's down 4% today. $11. I'm not touching it. MMF holding over 1.1. Good for them. Who's the big winner today? Ren Protocol, 23%. And what the fuck is going on with Luna Classic? Why is Luna C and Terra Luna 2.0 taking up the number 2 and 3 spots? This is bullshit. Quant is number 4. Shout out Quant. $115. That's a fucking buy. I don't care who we are. Quant. Presently an ERC20 token, but I've been told it might not always be that way. We got any Quant fans in the house? What the fuck is going on here, y'all? What are you doing? What are you doing down there?
Isn't Everything Crypto a big Quant fan?
What? Everything Crypto is a big Quant fan. He is. Classy Crypto is a big Luna C fan. Like, that's your buddy, Tex. I see you out there, man. You're making the YouTube rounds. I saw you do a
that's the 2023 play.
Bro, I saw you do a video with
Crypto Report.
Yeah, what's up with that guy?
Hey, he's trying. He's trying hard. 25K. He has a giveaway.
25K what?
Once he hits 25K subscribers, and I think he's at 18, he's giving away a $2,000 prize and giving away $1,000 of Bitcoin and other stuff. So, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe to these people's on YouTube. So you might as well do it. Forgive me, Elon. Twitter's the best.
No, is it? Yeah. All right. Twitter's the best. We'll give it to him. It's not because of Elon, though. I'm not going to blow smoke up his ass. This dude hasn't invented anything. Change my mind. Change my fucking mind.
How much do you give him credit for the tunnels underground in the Boring Company?
How much do I give him credit for it?
Personally, I think Matt Groening and Futurama were the ones that invented that, but, I like it.
Yeah. Obviously, didn't invent tunnels, didn't invent the electric car. I think the idea of using cars in tunnels as a way to better our transportation system in this country is a big fail. That's just capital F. And if you look at the Hyperloop or whatever they call it in Vegas, doesn't really do much. It's not even faster. It's not even faster than the street. Like, you can walk faster than getting a car through the tunnel. Tough crowd, man. Got a lot of Elon stands in here.
Real quick.
All right, big up yourself.
What's up to my guy? Get him Paul down there. He's heavy on the ETH blockchain, but he's over here checking out your space. He's got
this is
Lucky Leopard
what's
on.
up.
He's part of Fat Rat Mafia, and he's a big holder of a bunch of ETH stuff over there.
Shout out
whale.
Fat Rat Mafia.
More of a whale over in there. Yeah, man. So it's definitely a good person to see over here, and I see a BTFD Rabbit down there, MWC, also another big ETH holder. It's good to see the cross collaboration. Legion's in here too, man. Yeah, man. It's great to see that.
Oh hell yeah!
Great to see that.
Yo, I see the
Chops is down there too.
The Biddlers Collective.
Yeah, man. All these people are like heavy in ETH. They've been supporting Lucky Leopard. They've been supporting a lot of other projects, and now it's great to see them cross over and show some love to Chrono side, man. So
hell yeah, man. We got Solana people up in here. Welcome. We've been saying for a while now, like, Chronos is a great place for Solana developers to come and check out. There's a lot of possibilities over here. Chronos, like, a lot of it was timing, right? Like, being a brand new chain during the bull run worked to our advantage, not fiscally, but the fact that we weren't hit as hard on the way down because of when we started. Just like people that launched a token in August, September. Like, obviously they're doing better than someone that launched in April. But Kronos, I still think it's the place to be 2023. Any developers down there that got questions about Kronos, a lot of us up here have been on Kronos since the first day. So that's what Coffee and Cro is here for. Uncle Lo is here. What's up, buddy? Shout out DGen Tunes, another project doing big things. There's a lot of positive stuff going on out there. Jello mold. Y'all haven't even seen what my guy Jello mold is building. Possessed Pirates. Shout out to those guys. Kuka doing impressive work for Chronoballs. Is Balls up here? Where is Balls?
Hey Alpha, you see this poll? Which ETH project would you purchase next on that poll?
What poll? Hold on. Is it up top?
Birds, seals, or friend?
Birds. So, sappy seals. Okay, now I see it. Moonbird, sappy seals, or V friends. That's gonna be sappy seals.
That's my vote.
Hey, look at that! I picked it.
Yeah, I'd go seals, birds, then friends in that order.
And it looks like the voters agree. Text. And why for you? And then I'll go.
I like what I see from the seals with regards to content. I dislike buying into one person with like Gary V. You're just buying into Gary V with V friends. And Moonbirds, you know, they did such great things, and I don't know enough about them, but
what did they do?
I mean, they went up and down, and they were a surprise. You know, they're still around.
I can go up and down too. Look. Whee!
Yeah, but
Whee!
I don't. I mean, like if Gary V's gone, what happens to V Friends? Like, does the community continue to build that? That's why it's like it's all on him. I think
those are a lot of good points. What about the art?
Like, what happens if V does something very, diabolic or evil?
Oh hell yeah!
It's
if Gary V did something like blatantly racist, right, or like rugged something, you know what I mean, like something that would get anybody canceled, that no one could come back from. And Kanye has shown us that it ain't hard, right? That shit would be in the shitter, and you wouldn't be able to bring it back. Look what Logan Paul did. I worry about people that invested in his stuff, because from what I can see, people put a lot of money into it. Between Dink Doink, Crypto Zoo, and what the fuck, 99 Moments. Like, he did a bunch of shit, and none of it was good. That's pretty wild. People would still put money into him too. Keep your ear to the grindstone, my guys.
So I mean, that's kind of why it's like it's hard to not back something that's built by a company like Yuga Labs or
What?
Crypto.com or
No.
the
That's
Island
not what I'm
Jungle,
saying.
the Jungle Media Productions. You know, when you're building with a company that's multifaceted and not just one person, we all
Decentralized.
know that the jungle will continue to go even without Alpha.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and that's actually a really big thing that has been a focus of what we do here the entire time.
So for maternity leave, Alpha, I will rule with an iron fist. There will be a new reign in the jungle, and that will be interesting for everyone to see.
My maternity leave?
You're gonna have to overthrow me first, Texas.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
want to see
messing with
you
you,
two fight it out. Here, let's co-host both of them. See how that goes. Murph and Texas. You guys have been here since day one.
I'm going to buy a new phone in 2023.
Wow. Hold on.
2018. That's the last iPhone I purchased.
You might be able to accept co-host with a new iPhone.
That's
you never
the
know.
hope.
Oh my God! Truck is back. Where you been?
Good morning, Alpha, Murph,
Come
Tex.
on.
I hear you over there spitting your knowledge and everything. I just pulled up, man, to wish everybody happy holidays and to drop some very important alpha on everyone.
Let's go, bro. I don't know how long it's been, but I feel like I missed you.
Oh, I missed y'all too.
Yeah, that was cute. I'm gonna keep doing that.
I've been working hard, man. Been working hard, and now since I was working so hard, I got baby number 5 on the way, y'all.
Let's
Let's
go!
Oh
go!
yeah,
Hey,
oh yeah. I dropped all the news to the family, so I said, let me hop in here and talk to my other family and let y'all know what's going on with me.
y'all are getting us potent and virile up in here. Like, what's going on? I never understand why God chooses to bless us with children when He does, but it's very interesting.
No, it is very interesting because I was not ready for this, but it's okay. I'm gonna continue to macro dose and relax.
Let's.
I'll just relax a little bit and just keep relaxing.
um, I take epigenetics very seriously, because it's a real thing and people don't understand it. But uh, I'm here to talk about it, and don't get all quiet on me. It's not eugenics. They just start with the same letter. It's epigenetics. EPI genetics. It's uh it's the scientific theory that all of your uh all of your experience is encoded in your DNA. Everything that happens to you alters your DNA.
Can I go a little bit deeper on the epigenetics? So,
Yeah,
one
dude.
gram of your DNA actually holds the history of the world. So it goes back 13 and a half million years of,
It's a
of
blockchain,
knowledge.
bro.
Yeah, of knowledge, understanding, everything that your ancestors have been through. It's embedded in you. So when people say it's in your soul, it's literally in your spirit. It's in your DNA, and it's there. Just grasp some of that concept as you get some of those thoughts, and you're like, damn, like I never thought about that. That's somebody from your past telling you how to work through what you got going on nowadays.
I talked to Tag last night. I know it sounds crazy, but I did. And that's why I feel better today. And this is real shit.
Oh, that's good. I think that's very healthy that you say that out loud.
Yeah, I had a lot of regret, I was really beating myself up about shit. And he fucking came to me last night.
Regret's very toxic.
Yeah. And it was just, I can't really describe it, but completely, like, my whole body just relaxed. And I feel 100% different today. I was so fucking tense. Your body keeps the score, by the way. If y'all don't know
Definitely
that one.
100% alpha right there.
Oof. If you're new here,
For
yes,
me,
it's
it,
always like this.
for me, it's not so much the years, but the mileage.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of being new here, Mr. Johnson, what's good? A locksmith and a currency enthusiast. I can dig it.
What's up, brother? Just wanted to join in and see what you guys' thoughts were on this land fiasco few last week or so.
Oh shit. This just in. We are talking loaded lion land and it's a shit show. What is new? What is the floor price on um the whole project at this point? Are we back over $80 yet?
Last I checked, it was like 68.
$68. That's a buy.
which is still above
I'm not
mint
a
price.
financial advisor, so I'm here to give you financial advice. We said get as many tiles as you can in the mint, and then sell them at $250. Buy them back. Goddamn, I bought one for $50 flat, like mint price. And I mean, do we really need rare tiles? Like, we don't know anything about the game. Motherfuckers are spending all types of money on like special numbers. Like, it's not even as good as Other Side. Like, Other Side had traits. These don't even have traits.
You know what's interesting? I'm wondering. So, is it going to be like other places where they're going to actually have a map, or are they all going to look the same?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think so. From what I've been hearing, and Texas can correct me because he actually converses with all of these lion holders. It's not a game where you're going to be able to see what other people are doing. So I don't see any reason for Crypto.com, because it would be a massive roadmap change and game change for them to change that aspect of it. Like,
oh, so I can't run from my land into the next guy's land, go
right.
say what's up or any of that.
No, so no like, that's a big difference
Yeah,
between this game and what most large NFT projects are building in terms of games in the metaverse. You know,
yeah. How is that
multiplayer. We just assume everything is multiplayer because that's what we're all trying to get to. You know, it's like doing what we're doing here, talking to each other, but like everybody's in a physical form in a digital space.
Yeah, because I was
that's
thinking like
everybody's vision, but that's not what they're doing.
Well, I was thinking because if you can go to everybody's place, right? Like for instance, you come in my mansion, and I got my like locksmith business up on the wall. You know what I mean? That's like free advertising, right? Or whatever, just in general. But
Yeah,
so you
I
can't
Hey,
do
do any
not
of that.
we'll put
envision
your
it being
locksmith.
anything like
We'll
that.
put it
I
up
don't think
top
you're going to
right
be able
here,
to
buddy.
promote your business within the game. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
Wait.
No, because
No,
like
I think you'll get further with that app spatial than the loaded line game.
Wait.
It's an app called Spatial, and you can make your own little metaverse right now, and it's like personalized and free, and you can advertise your business, your personal business that way.
Wavy, you motherfucker, you better come up here and talk that shit. Don't you fucking tweet it. God damn it.
Okay, I know Other
Be a
Side was fun.
disruptor and come up here, you fucker. What?
I don't know how many people went on that first trip, but it was fun. I would do that right now. I had my 9-year-old with me at the time. It was a blast. Videotaped it and would do it again over and over. Just the tour.
And Santi, you motherfucker, you come up here too. I'm slapping fuckers through the phone today. What is this shit they're talking? I'm consulting projects and I tell them to launch on ETH or Poly. When did this happen? Sorry.
But I'm convinced that this loaded line game will be fun. It might not be what you expect, but I still have the belief that the game will be fun.
Let's all pray. Hey Murph, can you send me a link for that spatial app?
I think you could just go on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and then type in Spatial, SPACIAL, and it should pop up. It's downloadable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good info. Where's your locksmith business?
It is Spatial Vision. Let me see here. Just give me 1 second. My bad, dude.
No, I was just tripping out on the fact that like locksmithing. No, go ahead.
No, I'm in Florida. I mean, that's not my point. I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean? Like for instance, if you go on Sandbox, you can put on there whatever you want, right? Like for your for your picture, so you could buy a piece of land in Sandbox and put, you know,
While
essentially
safe
whatever you want.
cracking, while safe cracking and lock picking, have you ever discovered someone's seed phrase?
No.
Interesting question.
That would be
Here's
cool.
where I was going. Is locksmithing is a great bridge for Web 2, Web 3, because people have a hard time visualizing things. And someone like you, who in the real world helps them get into their house, get into their car, get into their safe, same type of person they would trust to teach them how to get into a wallet. You know,
Yeah, I get what you're
you
saying.
bridge those.
Well, yeah, I'd like to get into something more digital, because everything's going digital, man.
Oh, there's something there for
The
sure.
economy is just, I don't know. It's slowly, like, my business has dropped off about probably 60% in the last 6 months, and because we're so closely tied to the real estate markets, think about it. People aren't buying and selling anymore. Like, every week we used to get 5 to 10 phone calls of, hey, we just sold this house, we just bought this house, we need our locks changed, we need this done. That's all dried up. Like, I hear
Huh.
from a real estate agent maybe once in a month. Like, it's crazy.
What are these are economic reasons or
Yeah,
technology? Where's that coming from?
no. I mean, the real estate market is because of the interest rates right now. They've gone up
Oh,
so
so the
nobody
downturn
can
in the
afford to
real
buy a
estate
house or
market.
sell. You know,
Okay.
because think about it. Okay, let's say for instance, you bought a house a year ago, right? And you got that because, like, I know a lot of people, they bought a house a year ago, they ended up getting like 100K in equity. Okay, so you take out that equity, you say let's remodel the house with the equity. You remodel the house, all of a sudden the interest rates go up, your house price goes down 50, 60K. Now for you to sell that house, you got to come out of the pocket 50, 60K just to leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
even
and
think of
not
that.
to mention the down payment got higher for the house because of the interest rates, right? So yeah, so it's just
Yeah, the move was to buy a house last year when interest rates were low and not remodel it.
yeah, right.
Because that wasn't a bad move, right?
Yeah, and then the next issue is coming. Um, all these people, they started buying these Airbnbs and or houses and converting them to Airbnbs.
Yeah, that
And
was
there was an
dumb.
article and they were like, dude, when you drive through McDonald's and they're like, yeah, I'm getting an Airbnb, it's already toast, right? It's like the crypto game, right? Like, everybody.
Yeah, as soon as corporations started doing it, everybody should have stopped. As soon as corporations started buying houses to Airbnb them, everybody should have second guessed getting into that game.
Well, the other thing too is they're saying that hotels are going to make a big comeback this year because, like, they're going to start offering like massive incentives and
I believe it. I
you know
believe it. Yeah, because the Airbnb thing was never sustainable. It was new and it was exciting. So it was a hype bubble, just like with anything else.
they were cheap. They
There
were
was
cheaper than
never enough.
hotels
Yeah,
when they first
it
came
was
out.
it was cheaper than going to a hotel. Everybody, it was blowing their mind, right?
Yeah,
Like, remember 5 years ago, Airbnb, it was still exciting.
yeah, yeah.
So it's over.
Plus, you got fucking idiots that rent them, bro. I had
Yeah.
I had somebody call me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're like, "We can't get in our Airbnb." I'm like, "All right, I'm coming." And it's my Sunday. I get out there and they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, what's the problem?" They're like, "We don't have the key." And I go, "Well, you got a code, right?" And they go, "Yeah, but we don't have the key." I go, "What do you need the key for? Have you tried the code?" They go, "No, we don't have the key." And I go, "What's your code?" I type the code in, bro. The door opens. I'm like, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
That's the job. That's what they signed up
bro,
for.
bro, the
Nobody realized.
homeowner was fucking pissed.
Oh
But
yeah.
they didn't answer their phone, so they had to pay for it because right, you're supposed to be there 24/7 for these clients, right? It's just like at a hotel, right? You go down the front desk, there's somebody there.
Yeah.
So
No, and people had like long-term investment goals in this field. Like, it was, we're going to buy this house, we're going to Airbnb it for the next, what, 10 to 15 years, probably in their head. But there was never an a viable ecosystem there where everybody was going to never use a hotel again, and we were all just gonna rent each other's houses. There
And
weren't
then,
even enough people to, out and about to rent all these houses.
yeah, and like in my area, bro, we didn't even have hotels when, you know what I mean? Like it was such a new and up and coming area, but now there's hotels here. And check this out. So think about it. So like my business is down like 50, 60% from last year, right? Because of all the, all the stuff that dried up. So think about it. Real estate agents, they're probably not going on a vacation this summer. Or if they do, they're going to be very localized, where they can just, it's an hour away or 2 hours away. They can drive there for the day and come back home, you know? So think about that. If it goes down, let's say we don't have to go hard, 30% less people travel this year for the summer. Think about all those Airbnbs in competition with each other. And what do people do when competition starts happening? They start dropping their prices like fucking idiots. And then all of a sudden now they don't, like in the summertime, you would make all your money for the year with Airbnb. You didn't have to rent all year long, right? So now if you don't make that money, yeah, that's fine. You'll survive.
Oh, we're losing you. Uncle Lo is tweeting
You're not gonna
here
have your
that
payments.
Oh yeah. Oh no, now you're back.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
We
I got a
lost your
phone
audio
call. I
for a second.
apologize.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I'm just responding to Uncle Lo here saying hotels are not going to benefit. If they're giving deals, they're just trying to stop the bleeding. Yeah. No, I don't think hotels are about to see any type of boom. It's just a return to the norm, really.
No, but think about it. Think about it. You got an Airbnb where you got to pay fucking $300-400, and you got a hotel where you can get in for $100. You know what I mean? You don't have a cleaning fee. It's all included. I mean, it's just cheaper. It's just more economical. It's not. I'm not saying that fucking hotels are better, but it's for this year. The economy is not as good as it was. Some people haven't felt it yet, and it's a slow trickle.
No, but those structures are feeling it right now, and not just homes. The car market, right? Carvana is fucking. I never thought that was sustainable either. Oh, we're just gonna buy your car. We're just gonna buy whatever you got. We're just coming to your house. We're gonna pick it up.
It's not a bad business model if you're doing it the right way. Because I mean, shit, you get a car, you get a Cadillac converter in it. I mean, shit, it could be worth $1,200.
Facts. What's up, Luggy?
Another thing about the Airbnb is that a lot of people don't know is a lot of states, especially like Hawaii, have put sanctions on Airbnbs. Because if you remember Mike Dub, who was around for a long time, they for the last few years, Hawaii's came out and said that you can no longer be a resident and own an Airbnb property because it takes away from the hotels and the resorts. So they have banned people.
No
Yeah,
shit.
they banned people from actually having Airbnbs in Hawaii. So if you go to an Airbnb, there might be a a uh, a cover a front person that is like the manager, but a lot of those Airbnbs now are owned by these bigger resorts, and they rent them out through these agencies that they own to take care of it. So those resorts are the ones still making the money. So that's why like Mike Dub, he used
Yo,
to
the
have it.
hotel industry has a grip
Oh yeah, they like
on
Mike Dub had a
Hawaii's
couple
government.
Airbnbs that he had to shut down, which
Yeah.
is why he has his dog kennel now down in Hawaii. But um yeah, man, a lot of these states are seeing, hey, especially with COVID, these hotels are losing a lot of business because a lot of people don't want to stay in a place where you got to frequent with a couple other hundred or a couple other thousand people and risk getting sick or whatever the case may be. So, a lot of more people were wanting to do the Airbnb thing. And so these resorts and these hotels were like, well, wait a minute, I'm losing a shit ton of money doing this. What can we do on a state legislation level to change this so we can still make our income? And so, yeah, man, look it up. Like Hawaii, and I can't think of the other ones, but there's a couple other states where um, it's either you either can't have an Airbnb or you have to jump through so many fucking hoops and pay so many different like fees to own Airbnb that it's not even worth it unless you own multiple. You know what I mean?
The power of
Yeah.
lobbyists.
I would really just encourage all the shit talkers down there to hit that mic button, because I'm reading your tweets, but I'm not I'm not gonna fight your fight up here for you.
Hey, and then there's another thing. Check this out. So I went to my buddy's house the other day. Well, it's an apartment, but anyway, so we're sitting there talking, and they just got bought out by this company, right? And so they made an announcement that some of the units, they're gonna turn them into Airbnbs in the apartment complex. I'm like, damn. So that hurts too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Have you seen those apps where they haven't like fully launched yet, but like I don't know if you've seen them like on Instagram and stuff like that, where you could be an early investor, probably about a year ago, and basically they will go out and buy Airbnb properties, and you can be like a stockholder or partial owner of that.
Yeah, I remember that. Why,
Yeah,
that's still going on?
yeah,
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 but
yeah.
what
Yeah,
you
that's a
just
bad
said just
idea.
proves the point, though. What happened? You said the apartment complex is starting to rent out Airbnb. So what did they just do? They just took Airbnbs out of the hands of the common person and put it into an agency so these agencies can make more money. Even with apartment
Well, the
complexes,
same
you
thing
see.
with the apps. You know what I
Yep,
mean? The same
hundred
thing with the
percent, bro. You
Vicasa's,
only
all
you
the
only get a small percentage, but then somebody else is still making money off the percentage that you bought into on top of the Airbnb.
Yo,
yeah.
motherfuckers are fired up about this Airbnb stuff. They are down here,
They
like,
probably own a few.
tweeting
They're like,
all
fuck
types
you.
of wild shit.
Talk about
Yeah,
my money, cow.
this really got
No,
everybody
I think
going. I
Airbnbs
wish
are a
I
good
wish they
thing.
would get fired up about
I
fucking
just think it's
No, Airbnb is
fucked up the
dope.
way
DeFi.
Airbnb is dope. I'm just saying the market's going to get tighter.
I think it's just fucked
You know
up
what I
the
mean?
way these big corporations are fucking people over. I think Airbnb is a great thing if you can afford it and you can have some Airbnbs and that be your income or supplement your income to take care of your family. More power to you. Like fuck, we thought about it, but and where I'm at, it's still a good investment depending on where you get an Airbnb at. But it's just kind of fucked the way that as soon as the government or higher power starts seeing people making money for themselves and doing their own things, that's when they're like, oh, hold on, let's throw a fucking monkey wrench in there and make this a little bit harder for you guys.
Mr. Gray's coming up here. You're all welcome up here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Oh, we lost him. Maybe Twitter's bugging. Well, if you're down there and you can't hit the mic button, do us a favor. Go to the bottom right and like and retweet the space. That would be great. Here comes everybody. Whoa, maybe Twitter was broken. Now the requests are coming through.
Yo,
Here we
can we
go.
shout out XRP real quick?
Oh, okay.
That's all. That's all.
And I heard, speaking of OKX is where you can get XRP. Is this legit?
I don't know. What is it? Is that an app or something?
OKC is an exchange about as big as crypto.com.
Bro, someone was saying they used XRP to buy a fucking plot of land or something. Can you use it on the DeFi app or on the crypto.com app?
I never
Bro,
seen
I swear,
XRP.
check the tapes. Like someone came in here, I swear, and said that they used XRP or something.
If you're down there and you said that shit, don't make me check the tapes. Please come up here. Skunk, what's up, buddy? Nope. Skunks?
Hey, what's up, fam?
Hey!
Just heading into work, but I heard you guys talking about Airbnbs and stuff. And there's one thing that I've been kind of doing the past couple of years of my life, and I noticed people try to find success in what others do, and it never really works out. You always end up showing up like, 10 minutes too late or whatever. Man, it's best to just kind of figure out what works in your life and find success there. Usually by the time other people are talking about it, like the Airbnb market, it gets flooded, and trying to duplicate that stuff, you can get caught holding the bag,
Talk that talk, motherfucker. That is facts. So many times we go through this same thing. It's like, if everybody else is into it, you're already too late. That's why we get so pumped up about DeFi. We're here every day. We're telling you we're early every day, and we're fucking right every day because nobody's here. And the people that are don't even know how to do it. And the people that are trying to regulate us don't even know what the fuck they're doing. So, like, welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the Wild West. Grab a fucking seat. do your own research and listen. That's all you got to do. But you're already good. You're already good. Don't go for the other shit, and don't go for what everybody else is already into. Gray and then DeFi. What's up, y'all?
Morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a dope Taco Tuesday. I just wanted to kind of reiterate and piggyback off of what you guys were saying about like chase your own dreams, guys. Don't fall into the funnel of what everyone else is doing, because that means you are definitely too late. Um, you're gonna end up holding the bag, just like they're saying, or you're gonna end up throwing way more into the bag than you wanted to in the first place and leave yourself cut short. So do your own thing, find your own outlet. Don't be a bag chaser.
Yeah, a lot of people start talking about it after they're 10x, right? And then you end up becoming exit liquidity. You don't want that.
It's hard to discern. Excuse me. It's hard to differentiate between people that are trying to turn you into exit liquidity and people that are trying to put you onto what they're onto. I understand that it's probably hard for people listening when
That's
I
why
talk
it's
about,
also
like,
always best to trust your gut. I always tell people you got
yeah,
two brains. Your stomach is something to listen to. You trust your gut, trust your instinct. If something seems off or seems fishy, it is. Yeah, I mean, believe that. And what's always weird, have you ever noticed yet when you do your own research, you find these little things and then you bring it up to somebody and they smack it down or they slam it down. And then you check it a couple weeks later and the shit's up and you're like, man, I should have just followed my own intuition. That's really what it's about. Like, do your own research and get comfortable. Invest in things that you like and that you're willing to commit time to.
and
If it's a
we're
gamble,
here to help, like,
yeah. If,
show
if,
you
if it's a
how to
gamble,
research. Yeah,
if you're just going to make money and it's a gamble, anticipate getting wrecked.
I'm getting better at it.
The other thing, jumping back to the Airbnbs, is you got some people that, like, for instance, I would see it is every couple months they'd buy another Airbnb. They would be using that equity they had. They would be using the income that they were
They got
getting.
addicted to it like NFTs, bro. They're like, oh, I'll just get one more. I just get one more fucking
Bro, if the market
Airbnb.
goes down 30%, that hurts, bro. It's a lot of fucking mortgage payments you got to do. I mean, granted, thank God you got the low interest rates, but shit, that's the only thing working
Well,
for you.
certain Airbnbs still rake too, right? You just got to have a niche. You got to have something that people want to go and see. Like, I'm in New England. And there's like an Airbnb up around here or something, and they do like glam camping for everybody. They set
Oh,
up
those
like
are dope.
a glam camp with all lamps, and they do like a basically like a clam bake on the water, and it's like 1,500 per person or something. You'd think nobody would pay that, dude. People line up to go and do that and just live that experience. So it's like
Yo, 1,500 a per. I was charging 1,500 a group to do clam bakes, but when I was like 18, 19, I was raking it in here doing clam bakes for motherfuckers. Like real clam bakes where you dig a hole, have a fire on top of rocks, and then
no,
you
yeah, that's what this is. They give you
throw
the full
seaweed on. Yo, it
experience.
blows their minds, homie. You cover it up with a tarp, and then, an hour and a half later, you whip it open. They're all drunk. And they're like, oh my God, there's a bunch of fucking red lobsters on a pile of seaweed. How
Oh
did you
yeah,
do
you get
that?
a couple picnic tables, you lay out the
Yeah.
friggin' the newspaper, and you just pour the buckets out, and
I
that's
should have
it.
been charging more, dude.
That's a nice hustle, dude.
Fuck. Yeah. And then one of my relatives, like, went genealogying and fucking hit me up with this, like, article from, like, the 1800s about my great, great, great uncle who literally had my same fucking name, same exact name, first and last, was a clam baker. Like, it was an article about how he was doing clam bakes for people.
You know what? You know what would rake right now? If you were in a recreational legal state and you had like an Airbnb where you basically offered like a smoke session, like with dab, shatter, and you could introduce people in how to smoke. Like, you know what I mean? So like you set it up. They'd come from states where it's not legal. They'd vacation to recreational states. They'd be like, let's go on this little smoke sesh. And you would rake as well.
Weed glamping. I'm here for it, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
On Martha's Vineyard,
Fishbowl the tents.
bro. Let's go. No shit.
Yeah, dude, that glamping is pretty dope.
Don't you have a yurt
Yeah,
somewhere, Alpha?
What?
Don't you have a yurt
But that's
somewhere?
niche stuff, dude. I'm talking
I
general.
I used to live in a
A lot
yurt.
of these Airbnbs are gonna hurt, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, that's facts. It's because it's the wave. Everybody hears the news, and it's like the stock market with everything, right? You buy the rumor, you sell the news. The news is out.
Yes,
And you
sir.
can't even get out. You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna take like a loss on it.
Oh, Voodoo, I see where you're getting at, bro. Yeah, I got 2 yurts right now, usable. Um, in the fucking woods.
You know what
Two
else is a
more,
good business?
two
Buy a
more, we'd
big
have a
ass
little
plot.
compound
Buy a big ass plot of land, and then just do those for the RVs and shit. You just put the foundations down.
here on the island, RV park.
Yeah, like an RV park. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you haven't met our local government yet.
I think KD has like 100
Well,
acres.
over here, it's a big thing. I don't know about where everybody. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, no, they're gonna take us to court if you don't do fucking cedar sidewall shingles. Like
Uh,
you're not
yeah, I got you. I
you're
got
not keeping up with the vibe,
you.
bro.
You go 15 minutes away, and then like you're in a different county. They're like, we don't give a fuck. Do what you
Yep,
want. Build it.
it's a small island. Great, what's good?
Not much. Just wanted to shout out this quick project that I guess I got into the other day. It's called Degen Chronos Apes. It's almost like the art style is almost like if Matt Parker and or the South Park creators basically, if they were to draw some bored apes. That's kind of what the art style
So if
reminds
you
me
made a
of.
bored ape out of construction paper.
Yes, yeah,
Gotcha.
kind of exactly. That's
No,
so they're
these degen
39
apes,
Crow.
they're not new, are they?
These ones are new. These ones are this is
This
a
is a new one.
different. Yeah, this is a different project by somebody completely different.
Where's the link? You got a link?
Yeah, I can drop a link real quick. Hold on, real quick. Um, I'll give y'all a link
Because
to
you
the
just said the
Discord.
floor. The floor is what? You said 39 Crow.
The
They're
mint
minting.
price. The mint price is 39 Crow. They're still minting right now, and there's actually a mint contest going on where if you mint 10 of them, it's like a raffle ticket for a Boomer Squad NFT. If you mint 50 of them, it's 6 tickets.
Who put you on it?
Who put me onto that? They actually jumped into my server for my project, and I have like a shill page there, and they posted on the shill page. So I got into that project like when they first opened it up, I guess. But it started kind of in between when the Degen Ape Chronos Club was having their kind of like community takeover. When Isukara, like I guess, like left, I guess somebody who had gotten some of those apes started their own project with the IP. Because there are definitely some similar traits and
I was wondering
backgrounds
what
I
was going
noticed
on
between
with
the
all
two
that shit.
projects.
They completely pulled back all the old NFTs too, and they airdropped all new ones. So they rewrote the contract on that Deegan Ape Chronos Club. It's funny.
Yeah.
They got it. They call it Big DAC Energy.
Big DAC energy. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. That's some funny stuff. But it's
Right now,
cool
the
to see a
floor on those.
community. It also goes to show that there can be a failed project, and the community can come in, step in, and take over.
Chronos is fucking pro at that by now.
Well,
Like,
and that's why when he said the floor is 39, you're telling me that there's an ape project on Chronos minting at 39 right now. The community itself is going to bring that floor to 150 before you know it. It's almost like a guaranteed 3x.
yeah, we're not here to guarantee you a 3x, but I'm just telling you we've seen it
Not
happen
financial
before.
advice, just a
It ain't
Deegan
no
play.
advice. Not
Yeah,
today.
just a degenerate play.
Who's behind it?
This guy says that he's gonna dox, I guess, after the mint out, or he's like, gonna have a community vote to dox or whatever.
Does it seem to be
Right
part
now,
of one of the many umbrellas that we've come to find
kind of,
ourselves
yeah.
on?
It definitely seems like it's someone who's in a lot of other communities as well.
Like what?
Like Legend?
Uh, like Dak and like Boomer Squad and like I guess like Mad Meerkat, and I don't know. I feel like I've seen the way that they talk in a lot of other Discord servers that I'm in.
Interesting. This is what I'm really here for. is the fucking detective work. That's what I like. Like, I want to figure out what's going on that nobody else knows. And we're getting better at it.
I mean, it's
We
not
got a
that
lot of
difficult.
people that learned how to be blockchain detectives in
Just
here. They're
follow the
tracking
money.
wallets.
Yep.
Follow the fucking money. And it's never been easier than it is in Web 3. There's a lot of dummies out here, just like in Web 2. Except now it's impossible to cover your tracks because it's a blockchain and it doesn't forget. And it's always there unless it's Solana. So, check the blockchain. Check the tapes. Is Solana dead yet, or is it still? No, we're
Still
at
breathing.
$11.
Still breathing.
Still breathing. I don't know why my Solana people are always down at the bottom. They never come up here to talk that shit. Like, I see these builders down here. They're always here. These little pixelated motherfuckers. Kishi, co-founder of Epic DAO, contributor to Solana. Like, I want to know what's going on over there because the people are dope. We love the people on Solana. We would love for y'all to come talk to us.
All right, gentlemen, I got to head into the 9 to 5 at 11 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
All right, later.
It's we got 13 minutes left, folks. At this airport. Wavy, last chance, buddy. You want to get spicy? I'll run it late if you want to come talk that shit that you're tweeting. Because, my God, you guys are fired up. Hold on. I can't do 5 things at once. Get these guys up here, and then, where's these tweets?
Yo, real quick, can I say something on those Airbnbs real quick?
You fucking love these Airbnbs.
Yeah. Well, that's how we travel. I ain't staying in no fucking hotel. But Airbnb is just a company. If you guys go around that and you look at the different things on Airbnb, a lot of those places have their own pages. So if you sit there, like when we were going down, taking a daughter down to Kissimmee, better half Google's, on Airbnb. She's in that business anyway. So they have their own pages, and you can stay for way cheaper. Last year, I think we were down in Kissimmee for New Year's and Christmas. We stayed for like $600 for a week. Yeah, I had a pool, I had golf, I had everything. Why would I go stay in a hotel? It makes no sense. I just. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, I love Airbnb too, man.
Yeah, you got your own house. You can walk around with your dick out. You can be happy, and you know what I mean. You got your own bed and
Yeah, but you
breakfast
never
there.
know who's got the cameras up in there, man.
Well, who cares? It gives them something to do. You know what I mean? I don't worry about that.
I like your mindset.
That would be like my mom afraid to go to the dirt track races because the world's crazy and she's afraid she could get shot from the track to the car in the parking lot. And I'm like, they're your own people. It's not like, why be afraid about anything? Whatever. Yeah. But
yeah, I feel you, man. But sometimes, like, I go outside naked because I forget to put clothes on, and then I'm like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't do this. And then I'm like, wait a second, you're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, it's your house, it's your property. I do it.
Yeah,
I have a deck every now and then. I'll just whip it out and go. But I don't have really any neighbors behind me. But it's your place. You can do what you want. Hotel. You gotta get on the elevator with ignorant people, and fuck all that. I don't know, but
I'm not into elevators.
But that whole thing, I think that could actually fly in Web3. Really, you can undercut BNB. There's so many places that are working for BNB. They're a middleman to BNB. There's a lot of waste right there, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, everybody's smoking. Have fun.
I hear you, dude. ITK, I bet it's spicy.
I think Gray was first. I'll save the spice.
Okay. What's up, Greg?
Real quick, I just wanted to say, Airbnbs def have their ups and downs. I love the fact that I can just walk outside and smoke whenever I'm at an Airbnb. I don't have to worry about some like hotel cleaning fee because they smelled my weed. Because a lot of times I won't even smoke, and they'll be like, "Sir, it smells like weed in your room," and I'll be like, "I can't help that. Like, I just have fire weed." Like,
That's because I smoke weed in my room.
quiet, helper. Don't tell them.
We're big fans of Airbnb. We don't want to see anything bad happen to them. We're just cognizant of the fact that it went too far. People always take it too far. A lot of things are gonna find a new floor here, and Airbnb is probably one of them. Santi is pretending like he doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say come up. So, what the fuck? Am I shadow banned? Bro, it's Coffee and Cro. Get the fuck up here. ITK. Let's
Right, first
get
things
it.
first. I messaged you about that. Ah, fuck, man. Don't tell me my internet's gone. Can you
What
hear me?
happened? Yeah.
Sorry,
No, you're
I
good.
think sorry, my internet went, I think. First things first, I messaged you about that Adam thing, right? Second thing second. Fuck Airbnb, right? Do you not have like a homelessness crisis in America? No. Do you not have an entire generation of people who can't afford a home? It's as a direct result of Airbnb. Fuck Airbnb.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that even more than the Airbnb love, bro. Because the love I have for Airbnb is because, like I stayed at Santi's Airbnb in New York. That's a good memory. Uh we like the convenience of it. We do not enjoy what it's done to people. The homelessness wasn't started by Airbnb, but it has definitely been exacerbated
We
by
we
it.
have an entire generation of people who can't afford a home, right? And the reasons behind that are numerous. But one of them, well, I know here anyway in Ireland, one of them is Airbnb. Solid fact.
Yeah, like what we were talking about when the corporations started buying up homes. They did it in the 2008 financial crisis. You can't. Oh, Santi can't hear anything. Yeah, Twitter is bugging. Twitter is bugging. But don't worry about that. Just hit your mic button and talk that shit. Cause
I mean,
y'all are getting.
I think
Yeah.
I try and invest in stuff that I use. I love buying Coca-Cola, the stock that is, because I like
Oh
Coca-Cola.
shit.
You know, I fucking love it, man. It's
Make
boring.
I
sure that's
like buying
clear.
It's
Coca
boring.
Cola as a
It's
drink.
it's the most it's the
That's
most
my guilty
boring thing in
pleasure.
the world. It's the most boring investment you could ever make. But I drink it, so I invest in the way
And
that I
it's
spend
terrible
my
for
money.
people.
But well, yeah.
It's
But
it's terrible for the human body. It's terrible for our water supply. It's terrible for antitrust because Coca Cola is a fucking beast. You know what I mean?
well,
And
Pepsi's just as big, you know.
yeah,
Do you know that there's
are
always
they
going to be
just as
competitive?
big now?
Ah, they
Is
are, yeah,
Pepsi Cola as
yeah.
big as Coke?
They've taken Africa, yeah, yeah.
Wow, Africa's a prize, man. Swear to God, Web 3 is
That's
gonna be
where all the
fighting over
new
it
money's going
soon.
to be spent, man. It's
Hell yeah.
you look at Africa or you look at Asia, right, and the way everybody's talking about wheat and grain and all of that. And oh, it's the war in Russia and Ukraine. It's not. It's you got a third world country such as China, and you develop them into I'll call them a second world nation, but they're really kind of a first world nation now. And along with that comes dietary change. They're no longer just eating rice. They're eating bread. They're eating all the things that they see in the West. So supply China, suddenly, yeah, there's a wheat shortage. It's same with Coca-Cola. So once Africa comes up and everybody can afford to buy carbonated drinks and, have a more what we'll call advanced, but obviously worse for the human diet, you'll see a massive, massive rise in Pepsi.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, fuck Airbnb.
Fuck them all. Fuck Coke. Fuck Pepsi. Fuck Airbnb. Santi, I heard you
Hey.
were saying fuck Kronos.
That's what you got from that thread?
No, I'm just trying to do too many things at once. I'm trying to get Wavy up here to talk that shit, but he won't come up. So, what is the word?
Give me 1 second. I'm at a bakery picking up my breakfast, and then
Oh,
I got you.
Jesus
You gotta
Christ.
get your Latin breakfast, brother. You gotta get your Hispanic breakfast in the morning. You told me your
We got
cafecito.
4 minutes left here,
Oh, that's
man.
painful. Hold up.
I
Let me
know.
step outside then. I
I
got
know.
you.
All right. We're going to sit here and wait for Santi because Wavy won't come up.
All right. So, so it's funny because I got a bunch of DMs messaging you like, "Oh, I thought you were all Chronos." I'm like, dude, it gets to the point where I've been Chronos since the beginning, but it gets to the point where you have to realize that like they're not investing into their.
Almost the beginning.
Oh yeah, true, almost the beginning. But like you have to, it gets to the point where you have to realize like they're not investing into their own ecosystem. They're not investing into the growth of their Chronos ecosystem. I should specify because they are investing into their CDC ecosystem. But like I in that tweet thread, I literally said I was like they don't pay their ambassadors at all. Like they don't pay Texas Auto Pro, they don't pay their ambassadors at all. They don't pay people who actually educate and like educate about Kronos and teach people and onboard people onto Kronos like you, like Crow Research. And it's getting to the point where it's like, dude, do you guys like are you guys? They don't have no feel for the community. Like there is no feel for the community. It's just kind of like, okay, cool. You guys are launching an NFT project and you guys are making us money. Very nice. You know what we're gonna do with your money? We're gonna throw it at Matt Damon. That's what we're gonna do. And it's like, bro, time out. Like, spend it back into the community. Like, put it back inside of the community. Let us grow with it. Let us build with it. Like, yeah, they have the cohorts and like, the grants and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. In my opinion, they have so much more money than they've been investing into the Kronos community, and that's why it's suffering.
You want to help us get Ken in here and we can talk about it?
Do it. Let's go.
Because I want to be productive, I think Kronos is doing a lot of things right. I like the distance that we have with crypto.com. I think it's healthy. I think we need more investment in what we do here, of course. I've always said that. Kronos Chain, Accelerator, Particle B, Kronos Labs, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they should be supporting what we do, what Kronos Research does. Because if we haven't proven over the past year that we're here for the right reasons, then I don't know what the fuck else we can do. And it benefits them more than it benefits us personally for them to invest in us, whether it's money, whether it's just acknowledgement. Support can come in a lot of different ways, but I can't help but feel like there's reasons I don't know that these things go the way that they do. Citadel, what's up?
Yeah, man, I guess that's kind of what my question was too. It's kind of like, why don't we see that support or that like connection to them? I guess I would draw the line kind of to like the Frank and like the DGOTS thing, where it seems like he was getting like a lot of support from that blockchain. You know what I mean? And like I don't know if that was like planned beforehand or what. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But like,
definitely. The way that Solana treated developers with hacker houses and all the money that they put into that, like that was a lot of money. You can't really you know what I'm saying? It's like, just like with the
so
political donations, that's a FTX thing. Like that was excess. That
so what
didn't
if?
make sense, even though it was fun and exciting for everybody involved. There's a reason Solana is where it's at right now.
I think
So,
I think that's
right, just like what you're saying, there's like a DeFi, like a true DeFi to Kronos, even though the crypto.com thing, yeah. But like, again, it's different than the way Solana did it. And that distance, maybe I'm just fucking coping, maybe I'm just trying to feel better about the fact that they don't give a fuck about me.
well, I think it's just not, and I'm just having this thought right now. It might not be in their business model. Kind of like how Binance like doesn't really like care about NFTs too much. Like that kind of might be like where we're sitting, where it might not be like they might just be focused on like getting trading fees and stuff like that on like coins, and that might be why there's not so much involvement from like the NFT department. And it's, I
Wait,
mean, I
who's
don't
the
know
NFT department?
who,
Yeah.
Chris Yang or whatever. Like he's the head of it, like the NFT development manager or
What does the
whatever.
NFT department have to do with DeFi side, anyways? I think you guys all look at this shit backwards. Why? We don't need to rely on Chronos to help us, CDC to help us, man. You have a project, you have a chain, start your project. If you want to go start a business IRL, something selling shit, you're not gonna rely on Walmart to come help you to start your business. Just start your fucking business, man. You don't need them to do anything. That's just cap.
No, I disagree.
Big cap.
Those are two different points, in my opinion, at least. Because the thing is, when it comes to like, especially in this kind of ecosystem that we're in, because I would agree if it was on a different ecosystem. But if you look at the different chains and there's been a bunch of chains that have come up and have died, and the reason why is because of greed, because of like they're not investing into their community, they're not investing into the people creating content for them. Um,
Like who?
there's so many. What's the one that died literally last year, and it had a bunch of hype to it. It was bits something. It was like bits something. It had a bunch of hype to it. It had a bunch of shills on under posts and whatever, and then I don't know where it died. I forgot which one it was. It was bit something. Some random chain called bit something, but
Okay,
that
you're
was
comparing apples to oranges. You can't compare mom and pop's fucking blockchain to crypto.com.
Yeah, because we never heard of
Come
that
on.
shit.
I
That doesn't
don't
even make
remember the name of
sense.
it.
Bro, there's only like crypto.com's blockchain's got like $9 million of volume going through it. I just looked at that the other day and was floored.
I mean, that's why we're here, right? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
What do you guys think
Well,
about
I
the
mean, I
Not.
think
Luna
I think we are.
Classic?
No, it is a mom and pop blockchain is the thing.
I don't know. I want someone to change my mind about Luna. Like, I don't know why it's in the top 3. I think it's
The classic or the new one or the
fucking
2.0?
both of them are up there. It's Terra Luna and Luna C.
I put 100 in a week. I buy me some Luna Classic, 100 a week.
You are killing me.
Hey, why
So
not? Never know.
okay, so because it bottomed and they're burning it, so it can
First
only
off,
go up.
no, I like Luna Classic because fucking the whole fucking economy of South Korea fucking loves Luna Classic.
All right.
You know what I mean? I mean, they've got a payment system in place. They've got, you go into the store in Korea and fucking you use your fucking credit card and it's fucking Luna Classic. You know what I mean? You're not using Korean won. So I think that's fucking cool.
And it's not swapping it. You're actually using
Yeah,
the
you're
currency.
actually using Luna Classic. So they've got their whole ecosystem over there. So I'm like, when I found that out, I started buying it, dude.
When was that?
And I was pissed because when it had bottomed, like at lunchtime, I didn't even know about it yet. Like I didn't even know about Luna Classic. And then I started doing some research. And about 8 hours later, I take a look at it and it starts going up. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna buy it. And I put in like 7K, dude. I wake up the next morning, it's like 22 or 23K. I'm like, holy shit. I fucking sold it. It still kept going up, but then eventually went back down. But thank God
That's
I
good.
fucking got out,
Because now, where is it? Above or below where you bought it?
It actually is above where I bought it because I bought it at like 0.8, like I think it was like 4 zeros. And now I think it's like 3 zeros, 0.7, 0.1, no, 0.17.
And this is the one that's supposed to be a stable coin? Or the other one?
Yeah, the classic. I'm sorry, it got cut off.
No, that's cool.
But dude, I'm
just
telling you, I think that Luna Classic, it has something. It is what crypto wants to be, right? Like where you just go to the store and you just pay in crypto. So I think they have the system. I think that they just got screwed by their founder.
And don't we put a lot of weight into founders and whether or not they're trustworthy? Because when it all comes down to it, that's the person who throws the kill switch.
Yeah, I think that they need to have more cryptos that are like DAOs, but like more rules on you can't have more than a certain amount. You know what I mean?
You can't have more than a certain amount of Luna.
No. I'm saying like control on the chain. Like, you know what I mean? You can own as much Luna as you want, but I'm saying like as far as having control and changing the ecosystem, like your vote should only carry so much weight. Like so
But
that these whales can't come in here and just fucking okay, we're just gonna change the whole system. You know what I mean? Like,
but how would it work? Would you
51%.
would it be tracking wallets or would it be like IP tracking? Because like also like somebody can just make a bunch of wallets. IP tracking would make sense. Like per IP, you can only you have this amount of voting power, and yeah, that would make sense actually.
so now IP, now that's per device, correct? Kind of like with Axie Infinity.
Well, IP is like your Wi-Fi router, so any device inside of your house.
Okay, so here's the issue with that. Let's say I got a family of 5 and we're all using the same IP router. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's true, but I
Just
don't
an
know.
example. I don't have a family of 5.
No, of course, but I don't know. Like
I do.
in regards to it, like I would think like because or else if it was just by wallets, like if it was a DAO by wallet, then somebody would just make a bunch of wallets and have that kind of power. The only way that I can think about it, of mitigating it, would be like an IP. But yeah, I do see the because like let's say a bunch of people live in the same household and have different holdings, then I guess it would complicate things. Yeah, it'd be difficult.
Yeah, but doesn't your phone have its own address? I mean, if you wanted to buy a fucking shitload of phones, you know, or can you make a digital phone now?
What do you mean digital phone?
No, I'm saying like, can you do like an address from each like your computer, your phone? Like for instance, I was doing the Axie Infinity thing, and it's not IP, it's per phone, so it's per device. So I had like 5 little, those free tablets at T-Mobile. I went and got those and was able to use those devices per Axie account to play the game, basically.
Okay, that would make sense. I'm just trying to think of ways so that way the DAO would be run fairly, but it'd be difficult. I would say that.
I mean, this is why KYC is such an important part of centralized exchanges. You can't have, people pretending to be 20, 30, 100 people.
Yeah, but then that breaks away from the DeFi aspect. Unless like the chain doesn't unless like the DAO doesn't care about the DeFi aspect, then yeah.
NFT your fucking ID card.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're so big on like soul-bound NFTs and actually knowing your customer. Not KYC, not fucking send me a picture of your license. Just knowing our holders. KYH. Know your holder. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
We are over time for a specific reason. I really thought y'all were going to bring some of this spice that you tweet about Kronos up here, but
it's not spice. Just we're keeping track. All the people that leave. Once shit gets good again, when they try and come back, we'll be here. We'll remember.
oh,
I'm
we're
fucking keeping
definitely
track.
keeping
Put it
track.
that way.
We're writing them on the wall. We have been for over a year now. Who left this week or this weekend?
So I'm hearing conflicting stuff from different people. Like some people are happy or they're okay with people leaving. Like I went in the Psycho Kitty space last night. They're all cool with the potential that like Uganda's going to go to whatever chain he said he was, potentially talking about going on.
Polygon.
So our Polygon, yeah. So like some people are touting, going cross chain as like a good thing, and like some people are like, I don't know, catching feelings about it or whatever. So
I
I
think
don't know. What do
everybody
you?
just needs to understand what it is that's actually going on, right? And we have no problems with expansion. What we have problems with is liquidity moving off chain. So if that's what a
Or
project
moving
is
off
trying to
chain
do,
to get liquidity. That's the real thing, right? Like why do people want to leave? Right? I would like to know someone who's leaving to explain to me why. Just for more users? Well, you can't do why all of a sudden is launching a project over there going to give you more users? What
I
is
can
the difference?
explain why we haven't branched out to Polygon yet, which is our next move as Thunder. Like we have the amount of tokens that we want to have on this side of the bridge. We're ready to deploy a contract on the Polygon side, but the timing isn't right, and who knows when it will be.
But why do you want to go to Polygon? For what reason?
I love the chain. I've loved Matic since before I even got to Chronos and before I even knew why. But now that I do yield farming on Matic, now that I own NFTs on Matic, um, I like it more than I ever did.
Yeah, but why not just keep that a personal thing and you keep doing that and keep your project focused
Right
here and
now,
grow it
that's
here?
what. Yeah, right now that's what it is. But we've also taken polls and votes, and it seems to be what the community would want if we did expand at any point. I mean, none of this is my decision, right? So that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just listening. Again,
Yeah.
somebody who wants to leave, I want to know what is your purpose. It only comes down to money. That's what it has to come down to. You want further money. It's not growth. Why would all of a sudden you Gonzo? I'm not.
Well, it's people, and
Why would all
people
of a
equals
sudden he
money.
become the biggest thing in the world just by going to Polygon? That's just an example. I'm not trying to talk shit about him, but why all of a sudden, right? Like, what the fuck? How does that blow somebody up? I need to.
I'll tell you.
I would
I'll
like
tell
to
you
know.
the. I'll tell you the way it was explained to me. Like, let's just say like a business is going to spend like X amount of dollars, like, to like promote their product. And here on Kronos, like, let's say you're going to get like 5 views for every dollar you spend or something like that. Where on Polygon, you might get like 10 views. And it's just like, that's just like the simpleness of it. Like, whatever marketing you're going to spend, there's going to be like more views potentially, is at least like the way it was told to me.
Eyeballs. Yeah, Santi, what up?
Yeah, but what is the point of those eyeballs, right? For what purpose other than for more money?
Well, it's like
It
take
might
Right?
be
lithium, bro.
good
So it's
eyeballs.
like, well, it's
Everything
like,
comes
yeah,
back
take
to
this room.
money.
We're looking for
Everything.
good. We're looking for good eyeballs. We're looking for smart people. We're looking for motivated people. We're looking for people that are just getting into this, that don't know what they're doing yet.
But isn't that
We're
what people have been doing the whole year here at Kronos?
yeah,
Now they
like
want to
we're
shift elsewhere. That's like you
No,
guys don't see the issue with it,
no.
or
So
it's questionable. I mean, shit is gonna be bad there too, right? You're just moving problem to another place. Let's keep it 100 here.
no, I don't know. I
I
disagree.
don't think there's a group of people that are more protective of this chain than the people that come to this show and the jungle. So
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
I like we're here to defend Chronos.
Right. So I mean,
I'm not saying
I have an
I'm not
And
opinion
saying
that's
that.
predominantly volume, right? So if you
Hmm.
look at how much volume there are on these other chains, it's unbelievable. Major institutions are all going to Polygon right now. And I was just looking up Defira, right? That was supposed to be the next big gamification, like multiverse that was coming to Chronos on the Cosmos SDK. And it was almost impossible to find any information on it. Like, there's no one place where you're going to find all of this information. It's like only the super nerds are really getting into the crevices of the blockchain where some of the real utility, the real gamification is, and their floor level is very impressive. But it's not like mass advertised, it's just a small niche of community. And where our project was trying to go is like revamp, like rebuild rug projects on ETH. So like the Meta Bears, which is kind of like rug, we're going to be minting on Chronos and try to bring that community over here so they could trade in their ETH MetaBear and come to Chronos. And I don't have unbelievable high expectations of it. I mean, if we get 100 out of the 1,500 holders or whatever, I'll be happy.
no, I like what you do because you do everything by the book on a small scale.
Yeah, my eyes are too big for my stomach sometimes. Like, I'll try to take.
All of us,
Calling out a
but
super nerd over
you
here.
keep things in perspective, and I dig that.
Yeah, but I mean,
What'd you
the
say,
volume's
Clovis?
over there.
Oh no, Brian, you never asked me how to work on the Defira.
Oh, there
I
it
want to
is.
give you all the information, bro.
Is that 8-bit? What up, man?
Yo, we need it. We
I'm
definitely
just
need
saying,
it.
I was in there looking at the Meepsas. They minted out their Genesis 1. And I'm looking at the floor price of the Genesis 1. It's like a million Defira. I was like, what the fuck?
How's Defira the token doing? What's a
It's
million
down.
Defira?
It's like 0.5 per one Defira.
Good. So I made the right choice by not buying it when it was
Well,
high. Because last time
they're
we
keeping,
were talking Defira, they had just launched and that shit was fucking ripping.
but they're keeping the floor
Insane.
price very comparable to. It's still like a 5x. So if you minted that Genesis hero for 200 Defira and it cost you $400 back in the day, the floor price right now, there's only 3 on the market, and I think the cheapest one is like a million Defira.
Damn. Yo, Thunder tokens are about to go that
But
way. Honestly,
every single one of those heroes, they're selling the heroes for 100, like a 100 Cro on Ibisus. So like you just make it as many. If you minted 2 of those, you could just keep breeding them and keep selling those heroes for 100 Cro over and over and over again. I don't know. I don't think there's a limit on that.
I didn't know that. Krugers, you vouch for this guy?
Oh yeah, the secondary is actually pretty strong on both Beezus Bay and on their own platform. On the Fira, of course, you're spending the Fira token to buy these heroes, and I think it's actually cheaper to buy in Fira right now. But for 100 Cro a pop for a decent hero on a Beezus Bay, you can't go wrong.
Hey,
There's actually some decent utility if you're interested in GameFi functions with those things. So.
fuck
And
yeah.
they keep building. They actually just made a change. So it used to be you needed both Fira and Mimas to summon heroes. They switched it up, so now it's just Fira. So you can summon heroes with just Fira. So it's pretty nice. It might have an effect on the Fira price, in the coming weeks, but as of now, it hasn't moved it much. It's still around 4 cents per Fira.
Dude, how do
All
you
right.
I don't
guys?
even know what we're talking about, but I know we're way off
You guys
topic.
just
Defira.
show up
I
the
thought we
second
were
we start
talking
talking
about
about
high
it.
What
and
the
low
fuck? What is
Defira.
going on here?
All right, Carl.
Oh, I came in late. What was the subject?
The subject is spicy time, Chronos talk. Why the fuck you leaving? Bring it up here. Elder Carl, what it do?
Hey guys, I think this topic always gets funny because I think it started with people talking about like why isn't Kronos or Crypto.com helping and paying me $5 million to come to my chain, which is ridiculous, by the way. It happens to like one person on Earth. Don't get in your feels because you're not getting the support that DGods is getting. But like everything is relative. This goes to on the holder side, the project side. You see people like, oh, Kronos is filled with rugs. There's rugs everywhere. It's a smaller space, so it feels more impactful when it's here than like Ethereum. But I can probably point to you like 100 rugs for every one that's on Kronos on Ethereum, for example. But the chain is massive, so you don't hear about it. But it happens like every day, all day over there. What the thing that I don't understand, and this is like me talking to another project that I won't say who they were, like off the record, just like talking to them one on one, just like as we do over the course of time, just like checking in with projects and seeing what they got going on, is like for some projects it makes sense. Like I see Phoenix comes up here, raises his hand. I think their token makes sense to like expand their user base. They have a ton of holders that hold their token, so like I could see for their move, like it makes perfect sense for them to kind of make a bridge over to somewhere else and kind of expand in that way. But there's people that think, and I think it's kind of silly that like, oh, there's just more bodies over there, so therefore I'm going to sell out my project. Like if it's not working here, if you can't grab what's here, then you probably can't grab what's elsewhere. I think people are stuck in this idea of like peak bear market on Ethereum, sometimes Polygon, where you can drop like a bag of shit on the ground and someone will pay you for it. And I think that doesn't exist anymore anywhere, not in Ethereum either, or Poly or any of these places. Sure, there's like little moments of those things happening, but like what I struggle with is people looking at Kronos and saying like, oh, it's because the chain sucks. It's because I'm not getting help. It's because of this reason, that reason, whatever. I think there's a lot of instances where people can probably do a little bit of self-reflection and say like, maybe there's something I should be doing differently in my own project. If I can't even grab a percentage of what's here on Kronos, then what makes you think you're going to grab any same percentage over on a chain with way more competition? That's how we've always viewed it. So there's ways to cross chain. The world is going to go cross chain. Your users should be cross chain. Like if you're just an investor listening, like you should see what's out there because you should be educating yourself on a bunch of like the thing that triggers me the most in spaces on Kronos is everybody who comes up and says we're the first, we're the biggest, we're the best. You're not, first off, because there's 100 people who've done it before you, in most cases. So like going out there and like exposing yourself to other chains is good, and investing in other chains is good because then you get educated, you get exposed to a lot of things, and you see patterns and you see how things work. You see a project drop, and you're like, oh, I've seen this like 4 times in another chain, and I know why this doesn't work. I'm not investing in this. But from a project perspective, the answer, if they're struggling here, and it's like, yeah, we're struggling, so we're just going to go drop somewhere else. To me, that just breeds more trouble somewhere else, and you're just like, it's just all hype for no reason.
100%, man.
agree.
I love that it came down to education because looking back, that's why we branched out in the first place, and we didn't even see it really as a branch out at the time. We just launched our first collection, really small, 42 pieces on Ethereum, and like 80% of the people that minted were Kronos people in here who hadn't minted on ETH yet, and that was why we did it, to show them how. And I think to do that with Matic would be equally, if not even more beneficial now, because it's like I can't even get you guys to go to fucking spaceship finance, and I'm making 3% on stable coins daily. So like, what the fuck, you know?
Bro, who's gonna go spaceship? Come on, not like the fuck.
I'm telling
What are you
you,
trying to
it's
send people
good.
to, bro?
It's
What the fuck?
fucking good.
So just to counter what he was saying, just a little bit, I agree on most points, but there's still projects that drop every day on ETH. They have no utility, no promises at all. The FOMO's crazy. They bank like $1 million, they walk away. And then even then, the community will pick it up and carry the flag. And
Yeah,
the
again,
expectations on the smaller chains are just unbelievable.
correct.
But
But
why is that?
here's the difference though. There's still, you're right that those happen. They also happen here at a less frequent rate. Again, it's all relative to the amount of things that, you know how many people drop trash on ETH every day that doesn't even come close to minting out. They self mint their first 500 so it pops on icy tools. I muted icy tools because it was getting irritating. Like I was just getting pinged all day. 1 out of 100
How
of
many
those
projects don't even make IC tools,
right.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
That
So like,
coin.
yeah, it happens, but for the amount of times it's happening on ETH, it's all relative. It's relative to the amount of people that are there, and those people that actually make it work, those like proper rugs that get the attention, that get people to like buy into the community. Then all of a sudden, this no name project that has nothing to offer just 100x's into like the moon, right? Those are run by people that know what they're doing. They know how to run that type of shit. They know how to FOMO people in. Like that's all strategy. They're not idiots either. They're not just dropping nothing burgers and it just turns into something. They actually know how to screw you out of your money. They're actually
yeah,
like experts at
the
that.
FOMO experts. But at the same time, I've seen projects with unbelievable utility. They drop $250,000 on gamification before they launch. They launch the mint for free, and they still can't mint out. And that's on ETH with so. It just goes to show you, like, you need that advertising. You need those personalities up front, because if you talk to them in terms of blockchain, gamification, earnification, putting all of these things on the chain, expanding, developing, nobody's interested in that. It's the FOMO. Oh, is there a cute girl that's going to buy in? Oh, I want to buy that too. I mean, I might sound a little bitter, but it's just from my experience so far.
I can use a device.
I hear you, bro.
And she can put it on
Phoenix
here.
Finance. What's good?
She can put it on here and I'll try it.
How are you doing, guys? Yes, I heard that you were talking about the Polygon earlier, and I just wanted to offer some NFT for those who are listening. So if someone has a desire to hold a Flaming Phoenix Club NFT that is based on the Polygon chain, our most recent collection on Polygon, we are offering one. So if we have any...
Oh, right here, buddy. I love Polygon. I'm the biggest.
Then you have it,
Well,
Alpha.
you're the host.
Then you
You
have it.
can't take the gift. You're the fucking host.
Aw, come on.
Nope.
Damn it.
I give it to me.
Nah.
I'm joking.
So who's gonna be the lucky
You
winner?
don't. Citadel. You gonna throw your hat in the ring?
Oh man, yeah, I'm just still trying to figure out what the chain wants. You know what I mean? From projects, it seems like we're getting like conflicting sides of the coin or whatever. Like yesterday or the day before, we're hearing like, oh, we want it to kind of smell like a rug. You know what I mean? Like we almost want to feel like you're gonna get rug. Now we're hearing like, hey, you got to really have your shit together. You know what I mean? It's like
Hot OnlyFans girls should wear your logo.
It's confusing.
I want a dad bod down at the bottom.
Get up here.
So yeah, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I guess I'm really just trying to throw it out there. Like, what do people want? You know what I mean? Would people rather have like a fully docs project where you know what I mean? Like, where I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. Where I guess I'm not sure what I'm asking right now. Still trying to just read the room, and figure out like what people are looking for on this chain. Because like I don't know, man. It's
Get
like
up here and tell us. We don't have time. You got
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm looking myself in the mirror, and it's like, man, I feel like I like put together a good project. I feel like I had good art. I feel like I had a good vision. Yeah, no, and that's where it's like rough, man. It's like it's rough
And
for me.
Sean is coming up here. Same thing. Sean built a great project.
So then I almost asked someone like Elder Carl, it's like, so what's someone like are we supposed to do? Like, do we just keep grinding here, you know what I mean? Like hoping, or are we supposed to bounce and seek greener pastures? You know what I mean? It's like clearly we tried here. Maybe people don't want our product, you know what I mean? They might not like us. They might not like the art. They, whatever it is, they don't like it. So are we supposed to like just keep, picking away, or are we supposed to go try somewhere else?
No, I think it's a fair question, and I think like there is like a certain sense of like there are maybe like a project or two that exist in all these conversations that like are just screwed because they've got like super bad will with the community or something like that, right? So like, that's just something that you're just not going to get past. But I don't think anybody. That's not who I'm talking about. I think what it takes is just continuously trying new things and seeing what's out there. I think like polling the people that you have. Something that we do regularly is we poll people that leave or poll people, try to get information from people that don't invest in our stuff or like maybe flipped out of the project or something. Like, I think seeing what other people are doing, lowering your prices, like there's a lot of things, like I see stuff drop often that's like, and this is unfair, and maybe this is not how like business works, right? So it's a little bit of like a oxymoron, I guess, or like a little bit of like a backwards mentality. But like I've seen projects drop like their next collection when their first one's not minted out, or like dropping something with the floor price like of their original NFT is like maybe let's say 20% down for mint, and their next NFT is up 30% on minting Gen 2. Like that's just not how people think. Okay, so like whether or not you need that money for something, or you want something from your community, like, oh, Crow's down 80%. People don't think that way. One Crow was one Crow. So there's a lot of like missteps. I don't know for like Citadel for you specifically. I haven't like looked deep enough to say like here's what I might do differently. But I think also talking, like I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you and maybe like brainstorm on what you could be doing differently and just trying different things. I think a lot of people are just grinding, which is good, but then they just get in this rut where they just grind the same way all day every day. And there's a lot of people that try a lot of new stuff too, but I don't know, maybe getting other people to talk is another thing as well that might help, because some people are better at talking than others. There's a lot of things that I think you can do differently.
And this is really great information, and I'm glad that we've gotten to this point in the space, because like this is what we're trying to do in here, is get to the point where we can talk honestly about this stuff. And it's really great information that comes out, like what Carl like even Levi's learning here. Santi, what's up, bro?
Okay, yeah. So my viewpoint is a little different. So I do agree that Boomer Squad is a very, very successful project that ran on Chronos. So it's I will say that when it comes to the specific project and the specific project leads, and that has a huge impact on the success of the project itself. Doesn't matter if it's on Chronos, doesn't matter if it's on ETH, AVAX, Poly, whatever. If the team, if the team and the project.
What about the team or the founder?
What do you mean? What about?
Like, what is it about a team or a founder that makes it conducive to a community? Like, what makes them
Well,
fit?
it really depends, because I will say that, that's one of the hardest things that when it comes to marketing, right? When it comes to marketing, because you don't know whether to go on Spaces, or you don't know whether to do a giveaway, or you don't know whether to do, and it's just like, excuse me, it's just like other Carlos said, it is always, you have to try new things, because at the end of the day, when like, that's the only way to get new eyes onto your project. Try something new, and I feel like that's the only way to actually be successful.
But not just anything new. Like, I really think what he said about floor price is really important for projects to take out of here, because I was just thinking that, like, we launched at 420 Cro back in April, when 420 Cro was about $80, 75, right? And here we are with 420 Cro at what, like $20, 15, and we're going lower.
Oh yeah,
we're going lower because it's got to be under 300, I think, at this point.
Yeah. So in my viewpoint, just overall in regards to Kronos, so like just a little bit of just overall view. So I do consultations for projects all over like, not only just on Kronos, on any chain. Most of the time.
Like who?
Like chain wise?
No, like, who are you consulting for?
Well, okay, I'm not gonna. We have NDAs, dude. I'm not gonna talk about the clients.
Santi, didn't you push Crows? Let's listen, man. If we're all gonna be up here, okay, let's be some big boys here. What about Crows? What about some of the other projects, Santi? You kind of push behind me. You're not. You might not be the best person to be up here talking about what's best for Crows.
Everybody's the best person to be up here, as long as we're all being honest with each other.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm being the most honest at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, let's talk about that. So, Crows has been on for a year now. Has never like left or anything. So, and now we just dropped the free mint that just to go and give back to the community. Just so I don't really see your point. Crows has been active for a full year, has not gone anywhere, unlike most Kronos projects, and has retained most of their community. So, where's your point?
No, you still work for Crows.
We're gonna get into this, Santi. I mean, listen, we're gonna get into this. That's up to you, or we can just keep it trucking.
Let's go in.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Santi, you still work for Crows, right?
Yeah, still.
And you don't want to tell us who you're consulting for?
What happened to Goliath? Santi? What happened to that?
Oh well, that one actually never took off. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, I don't really see what you're digging for. You could dig all day.
For people that are new here and don't understand what we're talking about, Wavy and I's first meeting with Santi was in here, but he was with this Goliath thing that didn't work out. And this is an important thing to talk about, because first impressions are really fucking important, and we talk about that, or I say it all the time in here. Your reputation is everything. Don't fuck it up. Here we are a year later. Wavy still sees Santi as Goliath, right? That's just the way it is.
Maybe still salty.
Wait, but the thing is,
I'm not salty. I just keep everything 100. Listen, I treat people the way they're treated, right? If fucking, I trust a rat to be a rat. I trust my dog to be a dog. That's how I treat people. You treat me a certain way one time, or you act this way, that's how I'm gonna treat you. Prove to me differently, and then maybe we'll talk. But other than that, I'm gonna treat you accordingly. I don't need to bash or nobody.
And this is what's beautiful about it. It's because like, I had that different experience with Santi. He was in NFT NYC, and I stayed at his place. You know what I'm saying? And it's these little things that go a long way, because none of us really know each other until we actually make the effort.
Well, Wavy, what do you think about projects that have actually been coming back from a rug, new ownership, stuff like that? What are your feelings when it comes to these kind of projects, which Kruger Kingdom happens to be one?
If you want to, like, from the community to come back, yeah, that's awesome, man. I don't have issues with that. Why would I? I don't have issues with anything except for people that are trying to mislead or preach one thing or trust. Some things are obvious if you just take a look. You could see. right? Whether it's paid followers, paid this, paid that, all that shit, man. It's obvious, okay? And I don't come up here, like, but trust me,
It's
a year
obvious to
in, it's
us, but
fucking obvious shit.
most people
Yeah,
get
but most
stupid,
people
man.
need to know this stuff. That's why this is what hurts the chain. People that get involved into projects like that, shit that gets rugged, and then they leave. And then what happens? These people come back. Oh, now I'm on this chain. And then what the fuck? Why should people trust? But people dipped. How many people were here a year ago are not here now? Well, the chimps told me something like 60% of the owners of those chimps haven't even moved. Like they're just people left. Like they're not even here.
Oh no shit! Don't break my heart, Wavy.
Well, I'm telling you,
That's everywhere.
is
That's facts too. Like we have a ton of holders that are just completely inactive, and boomers will just probably sit in
Huh.
their wallets forever. But like people need to know.
but why are they inactive,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like we have a guy that like liquidated
That's the
his
question.
boomers recently, all of them. Which again, we talked to most of the, especially the bigger holders that leave. It's like, hey, no hard feelings, but just so we know what happened, why are you going? And his particular reason for leaving was because of Kronos. He had been in enough projects that didn't do well, and he was like, I just want to get off of the chain. I want to go somewhere else. So he's off and on to doing other things. But like, people need to like. Okay, everyone in here should know how to use Chronoscan, for example. Like you should be able to look at a marketplace or look at a project and being able to find their contract, know what's happening, look at their tokens, see how their tokens are moving. There's some.
And if you don't know how, hit the mic button. There's no fucking excuses at this point. Like,
and
we will hold your
the
hand.
reason why it's important is not just so that you can be educated and say you know how to do it. It's so that when you look at a project and you look at things like volume. Okay, so again, I mentioned earlier that it's all relative to size. The same shit that happens in Ethereum projects that rug or that are nothing burgers that turn into like a 10x so that people can get their exit liquidity and peace out. That's not a Chronos special. That happens everywhere. It's just happening all the time. There's projects today that do that specifically for like minted rewards or to get listed onto CDC's marketplace so that they can take advantage of the retail investor that doesn't know what they're buying. You could tell when it's happening. You could see it straight as day. Like me and my team will see like projects pop up, be like, oh, these guys are wash trading their NFT. Like they're like I promise you these are wash traders. There's no way to point to the specific project and say it's them, right? Whether it's them or maybe some holders within the project. But like you should be able to see when you look at a project and the volume that's happening and the wallets that are moving and hey, maybe this whale happens to have like over 1,000 purchases or 100 purchases over the last couple of days, and yet his total tokens haven't changed in terms of how many he's holding. Or every time this person buys 30 NFTs, he's transferring them to another wallet, and then look another month later, those NFTs are on the marketplace being relisted back in. Like they're wash trading their NFTs for the community to protect their bags, to pump their stuff. Is not always the projects, but like these are all things you should be able to do. You see wash trading, unless you want to get involved in wash trading, which I don't recommend because especially in a bear market, there's way less opportunity to like flip your NFT out. You probably get caught with a bag more than anything. That should tell you right away that hey, maybe the volume on this thing isn't real. There's a lot of like little tricks like that that exist. And then for projects like something I think Citadel just so you asked the question like what could you be doing differently, and again I'm more than willing, like we can have a conversation offline, but like the first thing off the rip that I did just to check your project is I joined your Discord, right? And I'm not picking on you asked, so I'm just going to say like your announcement channel, you got an announcement on 9/29 and an announcement on 12/22 in Discord. Now I know you probably don't have a lot of activity in Discord, people in there, but like all projects should be acting every day like they have a massive community, like they have a big following, like they have something huge going on, so that as people join, like retention is a big thing. You get one person in Discord and they're like, okay, I'm excited about this project. And they're like, day one goes by, day two goes by, nothing's happening. That person's going to leave. It takes a while to snowball up, but you have to retain the people that come. Like I send out at least 2 announcements every week, one Monday, one Friday. Here's what we did this week. Here's what we're doing this week. I'll sprinkle in a few during the week. We did that with 50 people on our Discord. I still do it today with 2,500 people in my Discord. Like clockwork, disciplined every day. That's just an example. But like those are the types of things you got to keep doing as a project. You have to just keep acting as if you're there, grinding like you're there.
And we don't all have to have our own discords, right? I've been trying to push this idea for the longest fucking time. Like we can use our power as a group to have not only less discords for people to check, which is a big plus for the consumer, by the way, but a more centralized way for people to get information about all of the projects that they're into, which happen to fucking overlap big time. I don't know if you've seen a Venn diagram of your average Chronos holder, but like they're gonna want to be in boomers and you know what I'm saying, CPB and Thunder and chimps and loaded companions and possessed pirates and Krugers. And it's not that expensive to be in all of those at the same time right now. And like we share a lot of things besides holders. We share common vision. Some of us share merchandise manufacturers. There's so many things that can be streamlined vertically. Jesus Christ. I'm not even a fucking business major. You guys got me talking vertical fucking integration in here? Jesus Christ. Possessed Pirates, what's up?
What's up, Alpha? As always, man, I'm digging your vibes, bro. I'm digging this whole space, man. I'm digging everybody's vibes. You said it wasn't that expensive to be in everything. I'm here to tell everybody, make it a little cheaper. If you ain't holding any of my NFTs, you can join my Discord. Go into the gen chat, say Raid Pirate sent me, open a ticket, drop your wallet, and I'll send you one of my NFTs for free. We do have a limited supply of around 100. So first 100 people come in, they can do it. They can get the free NFT. I'm trying to do this to kind of raise awareness about my project and everything. So feel free to do it if you guys want to.
Tell us about it. Tell us where it started and how it's been going.
Well, it started, I got my nickname Raid Pirate from Bach, actually. I was in Discord one day and I was talking about
Where is
raiding.
our guy Bach? This is 2 spaces in a row he's missed. Something is going on. Sorry, continue.
He did just drop the mutants, so
yeah.
I got my mutant, so it's looking pretty fire. I like the M2 version. It's pretty dope. But we even got Bach fam on our original Crow C art. We only have 100 founders, man. So it's a very tight knit community. We got 2 other NFT drops. One's got a 7 max per wallet, and it's on sale right now for 8 Cro until the new year's over with. Once the new year rolls in, it'll go back up to 15 Cro.
Yo, because I remember when you guys dropped, you had these pirate boxes or something, and they were paying out heavy.
They're still paying out, bro. It's airdrop day today.
No shit.
Yeah,
let them know, son. Damn.
I think I've damn near ROI. Like I have to ask my whale because I just haven't kept track. I've just been busy and everything, and I just talked to my whales on where they're at on their ROI. But last I talked to my main holder on the Trippy Treasure Chest NFTs, he was set to ROI sometime around right now, and that was a couple months ago. The bear market is in effect, so it might have got pushed back with Crow price going down, our token price going down. We're migrating to a new contract that the marketing wallet will start getting paid in either USDC or Crow, which allows me to have buyback pressure because the current contract is a safe moon fork. And as you guys know, the marketing wallet gets paid in whatever the reflection token is normally. And, so I'd have to sell my own token for Crow to have buyback. So it just doesn't make sense to maintain on this current contract. So tonight I'll be airdropping the V2 to everybody, moving LP over, and the new contract should encourage positive price action because we're down around, I think, 2 cents right now. We were at all-time high, I think 48 cents. And so there's a limited supply to it, the tokens. But the NFTs are paying out fat, man. Like, well, not fat, but they're steady. The way I see it is next year, I'll profit. Pardon?
What's the ticker on the token?
What do you mean?
The one that's at 2 cents. What's it called?
Degens.
Oh, right. And that's
remember I came in here on launch day, bro. I was all amped up about it. Yeah, man.
Way up. Yo, the first week after launching a token is always the most fun.
It is.
They always go up because that's how it goes, right? People buy it, so it goes
What's
up.
the name of this
But you
project?
gotta possess pirates. You gotta learn though, and you gotta adapt. So like I saw what like other people's tokens were able to do with like the marketing tax, and I found a launch pad that suited every last one of my needs. Like I can institute a charity wallet, a buyback and burn tax. So I'm gonna launch that contract tonight, swap everything over, airdrop everybody, and then I'm gonna airdrop the version 2 token to the Trippy Treasure Chest holders. And yeah, we got a lot going on, man. And I'm in the giving mood. I held a space the other day. Nobody was in it. I ain't gonna lie, my community isn't as active as I'd like them to be. I come from BSC, so I come from work for your bag don't work for you mentality.
Oh, is
And
that
I'm
the
kind of,
fucking motto over there? I didn't know that.
bro, I am trying to teach people, man. I got a YouTube channel. If you don't know how to buy a new token that you see on Deck Screener and you don't know how to buy it, man, go to my Discord, get on my YouTube channel. I got a how-to video breaking down how to buy degens, and it is interchangeable with any non-whitelisted token and interchangeable with any decks. So
There
you
you
can go to
go.
Pancake Swap. You can
This
do
is
everything.
something we've been trying to teach the listeners in here for the longest time. And we tell everybody the more short form content you can put out there, whether you're a project lead or just a listener to this show, like they get the most engagement and they help this community the most. Tiny little screen recordings, 30 seconds long. This is how you mint this project. Just watch what I'm doing. This is how you copy and paste a fucking token address into a swap. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's exactly what I did. I used Deck Screener and Chronoscan to show people how to verify contract addresses. So make sure they're buying the token they want to buy, you know?
And I mean, no one's hit the mic button, so I guess everybody down there knows how to do this. Or if you just are really that shy, go to the Possessed Pirates Discord. Go to the Jungle Discord, right? And like all of the resources are in there. Crypto Report is up here. Is this Crypto Report that I watch on YouTube? Is this legit the Crypto Report with the fluorescent sign in the background that says the Crypto Report?
All right, that verifies it. Yeah, how you doing? You got Crypto Kit, Black C's in here as
Hot
well as
damn,
a listener.
what's up?
What's going on, man? We were just on the phone, me and Black C, talking strategy. We just launched a Loaded Lion giveaway, which is super exciting. I don't know if you saw that, but on Twitter we launched one, and we were on the phone talking about it. It's going great so far. And I saw the space pop up.
Yeah, man,
Awesome.
I was scrolling YouTube and I saw a Loaded Lion. I was like, what the hell is this?
We bought one about a week ago. We've been waiting, like holding our tongue, just waiting to give this thing away. But yeah, we were talking. We saw this space, and I want to hop in. This is my personally. So my partner Black Sea, he's been getting involved a little bit in a lot of the Solana ecosystem, a little bit in some of the other NFT spaces. My first official mint experience was with this land. So I'm taking my dive here into the NFT space. I've been on the Chronos train for a long time. I love it. I mean, I'm excited about a lot of the projects that are coming out. I love to see more creators like yourself here, you and Possess here. I think it's really neat to see. I want more, opportunities for developers to come, create new projects, and just build the crofam. And it's just been a blast. So we're trying, like you said, any kind of content's good for the community. I talk on my channel. I try to get people in Black Sea as well. Go make your own content too. I want to help get other creators out in the spotlight. I did a collab this morning actually with Satoshi Aoki. He's another great content creator in the UK. We've done some with Oscar Ramos. If you guys know any other YouTubers in the space, please let us know. We'll talk to them. Send a DM.
Oh hell yeah! You got to get in
all
touch with
about
my guy, Everything Crypto. You ever talk to him?
Yes. No, I would love to. I've seen him. We've reached out to him via email. If you've got an in with him, we'd love to talk with Everything Crypto.
Oh, definitely.
Welcome back to Everything Crypto. Grab your morning cup of Joe and enjoy the show.
I
know
love
exactly.
and appreciate you all. Yeah, dude.
That's it. I know. I know you, man. Yeah, I'd love to. He's good, man. He likes quant quite a bit, which
yes, he does. We were just talking about that. No, I'm really psyched that you're here. Like, no shit.
Glad to be here, man.
I was just watching your stuff last night, and I was thinking, dude, I would love to have him on the show.
Awesome. Is this so
So
you do
funny how
these?
these things happen.
You do these a lot? You do these spaces a lot here?
Every damn day, bro. We've been here since Kronos launched. We do 2 shows a day, Coffee and Cro in the morning, and the Jungle every day at 4:20. It's been a hell of a ride.
Very cool, man. I love it. Also newer to the Twitter Spaces. We've been trying to grow the Twitter as well. We started the channel just a little less than a year ago, and so I mean the reaction from the community has been spectacular. You know,
Yeah, if you
I
guys
just love the
aren't
crofam.
following Crypto Report on YouTube, you must have a link in your and follow his Twitter for fuck's sake. This is what we should be doing, is helping each other grow on either side and bridging the gap in between, because there are separate communities on YouTube and Twitter and Discord. And we've been working a lot at the Discord thing, because with NFTs, there's just a lot of activity on Discord. But when it comes to short form content and getting out there to new eyeballs, there is not a better option than YouTube. They're just maybe TikTok. I don't, who knows? But like YouTube is it's a real asset, and everybody can use it to their advantage. But like we've been talking about in here all morning, we get farther if we do it together, you know? So
100%. I mean, that's exactly the way we see it. I mean, that's why we're trying to reach out to, you know, like I said, we did one with Oscar. He's real big in the Kronos community. We've done several with him. We've done, you know, Satoshi, looking for more. But I love, like, the truth is, you know, I mean, why did we create a channel in the first place? It's because we have been into crypto since 2016. We've loved crypto for a very long time. And there's so much to learn. And it's so overwhelming. And the only way we could figure out ourselves, me and my partner Black Sea, is to go to YouTube and to go learn from a bunch of different people. You know, it's like as if you're researching. It's stupid to compare, but if you want to figure out who you're going to vote for in an election, you got to look at the good, you got to look at the bad, you got to look at the ugly, you got to look at the opinion from this guy, that guy, the other guy. If you're trying to figure out a good community and a good project, you got to look at everybody's opinion. And that's why, like you're saying, you know, bridge the gap, bring the communities together, bring Discord in with the YouTube community, integrate all three and bring Twitter together, because then you're going to really have the full scope and understanding of, well, how important is the Crypto.com land sale? How valuable are the loaded lions? Is there a new project that we need to be aware of? Is it possessed pirates? Is it, you know, board candy? Is it that? And then you kind of look at these communities, you talk with them, then you'll really figure out, you know, what's valuable, what's new, what should you be excited about. And we're just learning every day. I mean, thanks for hosting this, Alpha.
hell
We'll
yeah,
tune in
bro.
whenever we can, man.
Have you met the Boomers? You know, Boomer Squad?
You know what? I've been looking into the Boomers a little bit. I've got some digging to do, though.
Oh, for sure. We are lucky to have Elder Carl, the lead developer and founder of the Boomer Squad, up here, and Wavy, my other co-host, my day one roll dog from when we first started these spaces. Now he's the lead of Kronos Primate business, and took it on himself to build a new metaverse for Kronos, Crotopia.
Can you guys give us a 10,000 foot overview? Can we get a little taste of the action? What you guys?
Yeah, come on, Wavy. What's going on in Crotopia? I tricked him into coming up here.
He's getting smacked. He's getting smacked in Crotopia. That's what's happening in Crotopia.
Yeah, Elder Carl is. The game is fun, right? Carl's a nerd. That's for fucking sure. That's why we don't invite him anymore. Listen, yeah, we have. So right now, man, I hate fucking shilling. Where's Bar? That's why I pay Bar to do this type of shit.
Oh, come on, Wavy. You got the personality.
I don't like shilling my project.
Chill, baby, chill.
No, I don't like it. You guys don't understand.
Nobody
my project is
it.
like my
Nobody
kids.
likes it,
Nah,
baby.
some
It
people.
sucks.
No. Some people, you don't understand. It's like my baby, right? Someone talks shit about my kid, I'll slap them in the face. So when you shill, you put your shit out there, some people want to get yippity yappity. And unfortunately, we're all on fucking devices right now, so they can't get smacked. So my project, I'm just a real person, so I don't really like to shill either. I'm not the right guy to shill my project. But
all right, don't see it as a shill then. Here we go, Wavy. Just just give them an update. Tell
I
them
just
what's
want to
going on
learn.
with
I just
Cryptopia.
want to learn. Show me the way. Show me
Yeah.
the wavy way, man. I don't know.
This is I only know how to be wavy. We
Come on,
have a
Wavy, give us
project. I'm gonna
the
tell you
nerd
the
version.
quick sum up, okay? We built a metaverse. I hate using that word. It's more of a, I don't know. We'll just
You
stick with
can't even say
metaverse.
metaverse.
Well, it's not really that, right? Anyways, right now we've got a bunch of projects like my homeboy Elder Carl up here. The boomers are in there, and we're trying to build it
Don't
as
try
we
to
go.
pass it to Carl. Fucking talk about Cryptopia.
I'm not passing it. I say he's inside. So is Alpha, right? I think we have 26 projects so far integrated inside. We do everything custom. We also built TPS, a third-person shooter game, and that's also live. So we can go inside right now. You can download. We can go shoot each other, snipers. It's actually pretty fun. Like I said, we don't invite Carl because he's too nerdy. And we're gonna expand that, add more maps. We'll just keep growing, right? The whole point of what we wanted to do was not take people's money and build something. We want to build it as we go. So as the community decides, right, they wanted a game. So, we went and built a game. If they want us to do this or that, that's what we do. Like we added a couple projects like Bad over the weekend, and they wanted a spaceship that flies. So that's what we did. And you go underneath a beam and you'll get teleported inside. So whatever projects want, we can do. And that's the whole goal, is to try and simplify or
Why they love spaceships?
get away from Discord. I don't know, because they're
They did the
aliens.
same thing in Chronoverse.
They're aliens.
They wanted a
Yo, can you turn
spaceship.
my boat
Everybody
into a
wanted.
submarine then?
That sounds good.
We can get the boat moving though around, but then I don't know how people would get on. That's the only issue.
I mean, what other
It's
community
exclusive.
could you build gradually like this with? Wow, I even said gradually, right? Honestly, because we give each other a hard time. We function well. We dysfunctionally function as a family, and I really don't think it would work that well any other way, because we give each other a hard time, but we also give each other the benefit of the doubt, because we know each other, we trust each other. It's important. And we don't get any goddamn support from crypto.com or the Chronos chain. Don't forget that part.
Yeah.
This is how we build organically. It's difficult.
Yeah, I blame Wavy. He's the one
Hell
who taught me how to mint my first NFT.
No, you're
Like, this
welcome.
guy's a scammer. God damn it. I'm going to lose my money. And
The
then-
only guy that sold the chimps I was giving out back in the day, the only guy that turned a profit. This guy. You gotta love him. You gotta love him.
It is what it is, right?
Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you see competition between the Crypto.com main app, NFT platform, and the Chronos ecosystem, or do you think they can both exist? Do you think that the Crypto.com main app NFT is a dud, that's going to die, or do you think that's just going to be a separate entity that's going to have its own success?
I think it's
How
a
do you
dud
guys
that
feel?
will never die. That's what I think. A dud that will never die. And that's Daddy's plate. That's Daddy's sandbox. Like, we go over there, we make money. A lot of us had our first NFT experiences over there. A lot of people on Ethereum that have become giant influencers got their first NFTs on crypto.com. They just don't talk about it. The NFT platform on crypto.com has been around a lot longer than Chronos. Like,
Yeah, well,
over a year
I
older.
think it's a good on ramp. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it is. I get what you're saying, Dud. I mean, man, was that a painful experience for a
Holy
lot of
shit,
folks
and that was your
in the
first?
community. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and you know what? Hey, not bragging here. I got really lucky, folks. I got 26 plots in that launch, and that was ridiculous. And when you think about it, I did the math. You take 25,000 plots of land and you divide it by 26 plots. If every lion was able to get 26 plots of land when they tried, there would only be 950 holders out of 25,000 possible holders for the land, which is terrible. So, where they messed up, they needed limits. They messed up on the limits. At least the after sales going on, and it seems like the wealth is getting spread around. But, there's clearly a lot of hype around Loaded Lions. They've put a lot of value into it, which is good to see. The metaverse looks cool. Who are the developers that they're going to have in the game? I don't think that's come out yet. It's going to be big news when it does. We're very excited. We're anticipating that. But
I think there's going to be a lot more exciting projects in the Kronos ecosystem. I just think that the big crypto.com land is the start to it, and I think it's the foot in the door for any of the newcomers to the space, right? People that never touched crypto, they're going to download the crypto.com app. They're going to get into crypto.com, next billion users or so, who knows? Then they're going to learn a little bit more about crypto, NFTs. Then, from there, maybe you're going to look at the DeFi app. Maybe you're going to learn a little bit more about the boomers, about the Board Candy, about, the Chronos apes, about these other projects you can get on there. And then hopefully, we have a whole flourishing ecosystem that's built by the community as opposed to the centralized entity that is crypto.com. And hey, we got to give them credit. They got the wheels rolling. But I think it's clear they definitely cheer on DeFi. But to your point, what is the support they are giving the DeFi space except for a platform to build on? Is there anything? Are there projects that are getting incentives from the folks from crypto.com or like the Kronos NFT team?
Yeah,
I
they
can tell you.
put aside 0.9 billion. So $900 million went to Kronos Labs, which used to be Particle B or the Kronos Accelerator program. They're focusing a lot on GameFi. It's open. It's open for applications. We applied. We put our name in the hat there. Like, hey, you guys can support what we do.
Alpha, have you tested your token on the Kronos ROST?
No.
Because it says Photon Swap is asking for that specifically. But to touch on some of the things that you were saying, the best thing that Crypto.com and Coinbase could be doing for us, these centralized platforms, is fucking up and stealing people's money. So what the best thing that you could possibly do, like if Coinbase came out with a DeFi section, they're so fucking corrupt, we'd get all their customer base. I mean, I came here from Coinbase after they sold me a stable token that pumped and they locked me out of my account, so it was half of what I bought it for.
I used to use Coinbase all the time, but the fees were ridiculous. And Crypto.com main app fees are not right. They say there's no fees, but they're not going to give you the best price, right? That's kind of a scam in a way, right? But
yeah, we always give people both prices in here, and
there you go. But yeah, I started with the Coinbase, man, and then that's not what I want to do anymore. Right? It's Crypto.com's usually where I kind of just enter into the market personally. It's not the most cost effective, but it's the easiest on ramp, right? And I'm buying over time. I'm not worried about a couple pennies here and there. Yeah, they add up, but the more they mess up, the more opportunity there is for DeFi to come out. Of course, regulation. What's that going to be? We'll see.
We'll see. This guy gets it.
I mean, you asked the question if they're competition or how can they help us, right? For one, they're not competition. They're like, it's like whatever. They're like the whale, and we're like the minnows that are eating all the shit off the back of the whale, right?
We have a symbiotic
right. Thank
relationship.
You. But like, what you just described is the path that everybody takes. Not everybody, most people, right? You hear about crypto, and you see a bunch of people, moonboying their way to, my Dogecoin is worth millions of dollars now, I'm rich, whatever. And so you're like, okay, I'll look at that. And you're like, oh, I'll buy some Doge, I'll buy some SHIB, I'll buy some of this, whatever. And then eventually you start dipping your toes into other areas. Personally, I think Crypto.com is going to be the place that most of those people take. There's obviously going to be people that don't go that route. What can they do, honestly? I'm somebody that, 6 months ago, would have had a much different take, especially like getting super frustrated with like their NFT platform just dropping drop after drop without seemingly knowing what the hell they're doing. I've moved on from that opinion, and now all I really want them to do is onboard more users and not SBF their platform. That's literally the only thing that they could not help a single project, and I couldn't care less. If they can do those two things, then they're bringing users to the ecosystem. That's all their job is, honestly.
Did you just say
Just
and
don't
not
Solana my
SBF
Kronos.
their platform?
Yeah.
That is golden, Carl. That is golden.
That's all they got to do. And you know what? We don't have to go home, but we can't stay here. So all you guys have to do is drink that water, stay hydrated, brush those teeth, floss, take care of yourself, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't ever forget that. Don't tell your seed phrase to anyone. Not once, not never. That's all your shit going out the window. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it someplace safe. Put it in a safe. Write it down again. I'm not fucking around. Most of you still haven't done this. Write it down again. Put it someplace else. Now you're good. Now you can show somebody else how to do this. Because it ain't easy. And we will be right back here at 4:20. I want to thank everyone for coming. We had a lot of new people today, a lot of old people.
Yeah, don't call me old. That's not nice.
2023 is gonna be our year, bro. What's up?
I said, don't call me old. That's not nice.
I'm the old guy. I'll always be the old guy. I'll be here no matter what the fuck happens. So
I'll spread the word. I'll spread the word.
Yeah, no joke, man.
Hey, Elder
I'd
Carl,
love to
when's
get
the
onto
playgrounds
YouTube
coming out?
someday. I know Texas. Texas is all over YouTube, so I'll follow his ass. But I'll see all y'all back here at 4:20. Roll your own. Crofam for life. Lots of love. Peace.